So, literally one memory card for 2 games.
No.
I was just going to give you a show you later. Have you used this camera? No. Okay, come in.
Morning, everybody, and welcome to our live stream of the Under-16 All-Stars game between the Hong Kong Islanders and New Territory Tigers. A T20 match between two Under-16 teams of some of the best young players coming through Hong Kong at the moment. This is also the first broadcast of the 2021-22 cricket season. We are here from Mission Road, Kwong Road Recreation Ground, and we will be bringing the action to you shortly. The toss has been done. The result of the toss is the New Territory Tigers winning the toss and electing to field. I'll quickly go through the playing 11s for you. The Tigers, captained by Soban Mohammed. They've got Danny Mapp as vice captain. They've got Agam Doshi, Malhar Pendese, Muhammad Shahab Uddin, Osman Ahmed, Aryan Panjwani, Nivedat Nambiar, Callum Mortimer, Anirudh Rajesh, Harry Hodgson, and Kazim Iqbal, and they're coached by Shahid Wasif. The Islanders have got Parth Bhagwat as a captain, with Mohammad Aliyan as vice captain, Mohammad Sardar, Oliver Shale, Muhammad Ali Osman, Preet Mangukia, Arush Garg, Neil Amit Patwa, Hamad Khan, Farhan Khan, Karthik Venkatesh, Shaurya Mutta, and Ibrahim Khashif rounds off their 13. This is a 13 versus 13 game. Only 11 can bat and 11 can be on the field at any point. The Islanders are being coached by none other than Ezaz Khan. So, action will be coming live to you shortly. Please stay tuned. Correction, the Islanders are coached by Nazakat Khan. Don't know why I've got Ezaz on my sheet. My bad. Anyways, the players are warming up. Our cameraman is in place. Action should be beginning shortly. And we should have a few people here in the commentary box as well.
Welcome along to Kwong Road Recreation Ground, also known as Mission Road here in Hong Kong, as we get ready for match 2 of the Under-16 All-Stars series. The first match was played much earlier in the year at the end of the 2020-2021 season, with subsequent matches being washed out. So we're continuing on with the series and playing the remainder of those games with 2 round robin matches to go, which will be followed by a final between the 2 teams in the first 2 places on the table. Today we've got a match between the Hong Kong Islanders, the Under-16 Hong Kong Islanders team, and the Under-16 New Territories Tigers side. We're about 10 minutes away from starting here on what is a glorious day here in Hong Kong. Very hot, very humid, but perfect conditions for playing cricket. Out here at Mission Road yesterday, there were a couple of matches played. There's a washout with the Hong Kong Women's Performance Squad playing the DB Smashers Under-15 side, and there was a full match of our Saturday 35 over league played between the Gap Ramblers and India Club. India Club were well ahead of the 8 ball after posting, I think if memory serves me correct, 147.
Yeah.
And they had the Gap Ramblers around 69 for 6, and the Gap Ramblers managed to chase down the total with 1 over to spare and 4 wickets still in hand, which those that know cricket in Hong Kong, the Gap Ramblers and Saturday cricket have been owning that space in Division 1 of Saturday cricket for a number of years, and seem to just know how to win and get over the line, courtesy of particularly Stewie Tohill, who's a miserly bowler and a great middle order batsman. So just a few things around the Under-16 series. There's squads of 13 players, and the rules are manipulated slightly to make sure that all players are trying to get involved in the games, reducing the number of overs per bowler to increase the number of bowlers that take part and are relied on in the series, but only 11 in the batting lineup. As we go through and we start the match, we'll talk about that in a little bit more detail, and we're looking forward to seeing some what should hopefully be some high quality cricket. A little bit of info around youth cricket in Hong Kong for those that might be listening is very rarely do our youth players get the opportunity to play on turf or grass wickets. Just the nature of Hong Kong with very few grounds and venues, so the opportunity for these players to be playing out here on turf, for some will be their first experience of playing on turf, and that's a big reason why Cricket Hong Kong has developed this layer within the age group and performance pathways to try and expose more players to turf conditions, more players to a higher standard of cricket, a more competitive level of cricket within their age groups, as they look to progress their skills and set themselves up for pursuing selection in the Hong Kong representative Under-16, Under-19 squads, and hopefully as these players graduate and grow a bit older, that they progress on to the Hong Kong men's squad and represent Hong Kong at the highest level. A big thank you to Caravel Foundation, Caravel Group for sponsoring the development program in Hong Kong, our youth development program, a layer of our high performance program. Without their support has come on board and given us the backing to support this level of age group program. So we'll have the All-Stars series operating at the Under-13 and Under-16 age groups every year. Typically the window for that tournament will be in Easter. Last year due to COVID that was moved around a little bit, but going forward that will be looking to take nominations, assess players early each year as we progress, select 3 squads that will train leading up to their Easter tournament, play in that Easter tournament, and then take part in summer training, which is our off season in Hong Kong. So without Caravel and their support, this wouldn't be possible, so we're incredibly grateful for for their support and backing to help us add this layer into our performance program and our performance pathway. Something that we see has been critical to helping us have a steady stream of talent and maximising the skills of the players in Hong Kong to hopefully provide a steady stream of players up to the Hong Kong men's team, and if not that, hopefully raising the standard of cricket all round in Hong Kong, giving the players involved a really good experience that they can take through as we see the umpires getting ready to walk out. We've got a new cameraman today on the roaming camera, Vance Chan. He's a player in the typically sees himself bowling for the Pioneers side and also regularly features in the Hong Kong Dragons team that plays in Sunday Division 2. Almost always bowling his full allotment of 10 overs. Incredibly passionate about his cricket, and we'll test out his cameraman skills as we watch him follow the batsmen as they make their way out to the middle.
Alian and what's that on? I'm missing.
It'll be Path Bagwa, and I'll have to check on. Looks like
it is Alian. Yeah, 17 is Alian, 27 is Path. So captain and vice captain opening the batting, leading from the front. See which end the action's gonna start from. Either the softball end or the, what do you call this? The
Argyle Street.
Argyle Street end?
Argyle Street or the police station end.
Police station end.
I think it's officially listed on Cricket Info as the Argyle Street. Which one you going to tell us? Yeah, it looks like 33 from the top end.
It looks like they're gonna start the action from the softball end.
Yep. Callum Mortimer.
Really?
Yeah, Lawrence. Sorry, Lawrence is the umpire.
Could be wrong with that.
It's Callum Mortimer. Oh, hang on. No, it's not actually. It's not Callum Mortimer. It's the little kid. He won't turn around.
Alright, there we go. Starting from the softball end.
Yeah.
Opening bowler number 33.
No, it's not.
Oh, it's not?
It's the little guy with his cap off.
Oh, it's a little guy with his cap off.
It's we'll wait and see as the guys are trying to marshal the troops. There's always a challenge coming into a selected 11 or selected team as you get to know your players from all around different clubs and different environments. It's always a challenge as a skipper in this environment to manage these things. Another factor that comes into a big reason behind the All-Stars program and this program is getting players thinking about moving between ends. Often players in Hong Kong start their cricket at PKVR Reservoir, where the game is played entirely from one end just because of the short boundaries. So adds a different dimension and a challenge for players to make sure that they're on top of things, the angles, fielding positions as they move around and have to move between overs. As it looks like we're opening the bowling with Callum Mortimer. He comes in from the softball end.
Lawrence Bernard, the umpire, by the looks of it. Shiroy Vacha, the other one.
Yeah, Lawrence and Shiroy.
Nice day, sunny day. 9 a.m. 2 minutes to 9, so starting a bit early. Good to see. There we go, underway. Callum running into Parth Bagwa.
Short and wide, and that's gone through everyone, and that's going to be the worst possible start for the Tigers, as that is 5 wides to open the Islanders account. Perfect start for the Islanders, and disappointing start for the Tigers. They'll be looking to rectify that fairly quickly.
Yeah, you ended the video. If you once you end the video, then the as soon as you click on the video. Yeah.
So Callum comes in again. Much better delivery, nice line and length outside off, and that's just let go by young Path Bagwa. Two batsmen meet in the middle, just have a bit of a chat about the movement, what's going on with the ball. It's really good to see that communication between the two batters early on. Oh, that's full and wide, and it's sliced out to point, and it's dropped, it's straight in and it's straight out, and always tough early on in hot conditions to miss out on a chance, and Path has got an extra life. Certainly fielding is a challenge in Hong Kong, with many cricketers coming from a club environment with no space to do a lot of fielding. So it's back of a length on the hip and worked into square leg for one run, and a great call by Alian as he scurries through. Yeah, fielding can be a massive challenge in Hong Kong for players to develop that with limited facilities, particularly outfielding and trying to get high catching in, with only two clubs having a full ground to practice on, and that's a big area, will be a big focus for us with these pathway teams as we look to increase our training and work with them. We'll be trying to build that fielding component and get a lot more volume into the players. So that's just pushed down the leg side by Callum, and the umpire spreads his arms, and that's just wide, and another run to the total. This afternoon around Hong Kong we will have the Hong Kong Men's Premier League starting. Following this match here, we'll have the Little Siwan Premier League team taking on the USRC Premier League team as Callum comes in. Back of a length, and the guys have scurried through for a quick run very easily, and I'd like to see the Tigers attack a little bit more in the field, so instead of just running around that ball, running straight towards the ball, making sure that the players are walking in ready to pounce on that ball. Great bit of running, but one that we'd like to see those fielders a little bit more aggressive to cut down that run as Callum comes in. A little bit fuller, and again, great running between the wickets from these two. Great communication. These two young lads have played a bit of cricket together, despite being from different clubs. They have played in the Hong Kong under-16 team previously together, so they'll have a reasonable relationship, and I think that's come through already with their good communication with their running between the wickets and between balls as Callum goes a bit fuller, so there might be a little bit of a wave shape there, and it'll go down as a dot, and that will conclude the first over. A very healthy 9 off it for the Hong Kong Islanders, with a perfect possible start for them.
Looks like it's going to be number 35, Anurudh Rajesh, KCC if I'm not mistaken, in KG5. Coming on to bowl. Good mix of clubs represented in these squads. We've got players from almost every junior club in Hong Kong at the moment taking part. Sunny day.
Yeah, it's a really good challenge for the players playing in these really hot conditions. We're now, when there's any tours that take place, international tours for the under-16 and under-19 age groups and above, very often into Malaysia and Thailand, where players are playing in very, very hot conditions. So the ability for players to be able to perform at a high level, maintain their energy levels through a whole game, will be a challenge in this environment, but an area that players, if they're going to push to the next level, will need to be able to do. Is that's short and wide and cut, but straight to the fielder and no runs scored. Yes, I'd like to see these fielders just be a little bit more aggressive and they're walking in, attacking that ball. It's interesting to see a cover sweeper out early, so the 2 sweepers are a third man and the cover sweeper.
Short and wide. Well placed.
It's just wide a third man behind point, and they run through and pick up 2. Good bit of running again. So for our bowlers, really want to be seeing our bowlers coming in and trying to consistently hit the top of off stump. If they're able to do that, then they're going to really challenge the batsman and almost certainly be economical and potentially pick up wickets, as that's quite wide and no run scored. So we see quite a lot of the bowling from these first 2 overs is quite wide outside off. I'd like to see those bowlers begin to tighten up that line and really attack those stumps. Wide and just behind point as point runs round. It's gone through him, and again that's another 2. Very quiet start by the Tigers. It was tough with that 5 wides early. Good to see the team being a little bit more enthusiastic, short and wide, and a well-placed fielder in the end out at deep cover point, and it's just the 1 run.
Got walkie-talkies here.
Short and wide and hit in front of point, and it's just going to be the 1 run. Welcome along, Scotty, who's tuning in from America, from the US. Great to have you on board. It's over as the guys run round. That'll be Callum coming back again at the softball end.
Where's energy?
There we go. Good little bit of chat coming through from fine leg, trying to encourage the boys, the Tigers, and get them the enthusiasm levels up as they're quite quiet, and it's slid down the leg side. There's a half-hearted appeal, but it will be a wide. Yeah, it's an interesting field set with third man up in the ring. So just the 1 fielder out on the boundary. As we say that, third man has just dropped back. So 2 fielders out, third man and fine leg with a Callum comes in again. Short and wide, punched off the back foot, but straight to extra cover for no run. Just pulled out that slip and it's gone through the vacant slip region. Probably wouldn't have carried, and it's another run and takes the score to 16 without loss. Very quiet out there from the Tigers. I'd love to hear a bit of noise from those boys encouraging each other and getting behind each other. It's full and wide, and the umpire extends his arms. Oh, it's a beamer and no ball. And
do you think that's going to be a warning for dangerous bowling, or
I don't think
no real threat?
I don't think there's too much of a threat there, and Path will be very, very grateful for the opportunity to take a free hit, and I'm really interested to see both Callum's approach and Path's approach. Callum very capable of bowling Yorkers. Path, an experienced cricketer, I'm sure will have some options as he's hit that off his hip, and that's gone all the way for 6, taking that full toss, which is another no ball, and we'll see another free hit. So we'll see what the umpires say there. They might be throwing a warning out into the mix.
Sort of down like side there, pocket it.
Big challenge for Callum here is just think about the next ball, forget about those, and just focus on running in and doing his thing. He's more than capable. It seems to have swung down the leg side, and it's going to be wide, and that will, the free hit will still remain. That's another wide. Yeah, it can be a challenge once you start losing that confidence. You got to back yourself and just remember, just keep it simple, take those thoughts out of your mind and focus on the next ball. A lovely stroke by Alian over mid-on, and slow outfield will mean they just pick up the 2. Great to have Ehsan Khan, the old wily campaigner, watching the feed. Ehsan, I'm sure I'll be seeing you here at Mission Road a little bit later on as you take on USRC. That's full, driven through extra cover, lovely shot, and just be the one with the slow outfield. Outside off and be another wide. Full and wide and slashed in front of point for 4. One ball left in the over.
See if camera 4 is working.
The beamer. It's another no ball, and it's down to fine leg for 1. We'll see another ball bowled, and it'll be a free hit.
No warning. That's good.
Is there one more?
So perfect possible start here from the Islanders as they race along to 39 without loss. As we see another wide. See the cloud cover come over and cool things off a little bit. But I can assure you, as soon as that sun comes through, it is roasting hot here out at Mission Road. Not easy conditions to be playing cricket in. So it comes in, slap wide of mid-off. As he runs round, it just plugs in the ground, and that'll be 2-2 Elian. And that will end what was a long third over and takes the score to 40 without loss. Tigers will be looking to someone to try and wrestle that back. Like to see Callum keep his head up. More than capable bowler. Sometimes you have a tough day. You'll see the little logo NV Play up in the top right hand corner of the screen. They're our technology partner. They provide the software and interface for us to put this stream together and send it out through YouTube and Facebook, but they also primarily for us here at Cricket Hong Kong are our tool used by the Hong Kong representative squads for all their analysis and match analysis of our own players, but also of opposition teams. So we're very, very grateful for our partnership with MV Play, for all their support of our pathway in Hong Kong and support of our representative squads. So a big thank you to MV Play. Back of a length and just defended. Can't afford to go that short. Too many more balls, otherwise I suspect Path might pounce on that. As he brings up fine leg and keeps that third man back and deep cover sweeper. Again, it's short and good bit of fielding as he runs round from point, but it won't stop the single. Really would like to see these New Territories Tigers bowlers attack the stumps. When you attack the stumps, you bring in more modes of dismissal. You're going to bring in bold, LBW, various ways of getting a batter caught. If you're bowling short and wide, you're really leaving yourself open just for the batsman to make a mistake. It's pushed out to cover, and much better intent from the fielder there, running in to cut that down, and was able to stop the single through that positive intent to attack the ball. Short again and goes through. Need someone to get a message out to say, attack those stumps, boys. Try and hit the stumps as a bowler. Again, a bit fuller and quite wide outside off stump. No runs scored, but again, not really threatening to take a wicket. Plenty of bowling options within the Tigers, so it'll be interesting to see who the skipper Soban goes with next. Plenty of options. Great bit of running between the wickets. Glad to see that ball bowled more aggressively at the stumps, and also pleasing is to see the way that these two are running between the wickets, and these weather conditions, and not just challenging for the fielders but challenging for the batsmen. And the challenge for batters in these conditions is seeing guys start an innings like these two have, but have they got the fitness and concentration to battle through that tiredness and heat to carry on batting and capitalise on their strong start. So we see shirt number 18, Usman Ahmed from USRC, one of the boys from USRC's fast bowling union. They seem to be chomping out and churning out a number of good young fast bowlers at the moment.
Number 18. Is it number 18? First one. Thank you.
As we see two fielders back, fairly standard field with third man and fine leg back.
Shadows across the pitch now.
That's punched into the leg side, and just fielders ambling towards that, and it's an easy single again. A bit of match awareness from players. There's very slow outfield, which means that players don't need to sit quite as deep in the field. They can come in a little bit closer because it's not going to race along the ground quickly. Comes in and short and wide and behind point, and will just be the one. Good bit of fielding from point and the skipper who's run round to collect that. Again, dropped into the leg side, and fielders are all standing a little bit too deep and on their heels, and these two experienced cricketers are doing a fantastic job building this partnership and running between the wickets.
You saying don't run on the wicket? Yeah.
Good enough. Good warning, I suppose. Official warning for running down the wicket in his follow through.
Sure, a bit quick.
This morning again. Interesting action for whirlwind of arms.
Oh no, the ambulance, yeah.
Full wide and slashed in front of point. Lovely shot for four. Again, these players looking to the Tigers to attack the stumps. Bowl at the stumps, boys.
That's a good shot to bring up the 50.
There's the 50 partnership and the 50 for the Hong Kong Islanders inside 5 overs. Hong Kong Islanders have got to come up with something to stop the flow here. Perhaps looking to go to a spin bowler or someone to take the pace off the ball. It's a better delivery, attacking the stumps, and it's squirted out to the leg side in front of square leg for one run.
It's good to finally get this under 16 tournament completed after start and stop attempts last season. We had 2 attempts at it. Right, first was called off by COVID, second due to the rain.
the delivery, but I'd still like to see Usman attack those stumps more. Try and hit off stump.
And that's over.
I think one of the things that we'll be looking to work with the coaches of these two teams, sitting down and pulling out the stats out of MV play, we will be able to see the number of balls, the percentage of balls that are attacking the stumps, and I think I could probably count that on one hand at the moment. So hopefully there's a message going out there to the boys to attack those stumps. Welcome along to everybody that's viewing. Great to have you with us, whether you're on YouTube or Facebook.
And then when it goes off.
As we're into match 2 of the Under-16 All-Stars series. Match 1 was played in June, with the remaining matches rained out, so we're carrying on and replaying those fixtures, the beginning of this 2021-22 season, to conclude the Under-16 All-Stars series. So there's one more round robin match after this, and then the top 2 teams will go into a final.
Thank you.
Interesting to see, short again, and good awareness from the point fielder and skipper. He's just set himself a bit further behind point to cut that off. Interesting to see, continuing with going into the third straight over from this end. Thought there might have been a bowling change on the cards, try and find someone to take the stumps. It's gone through the keeper for 1 bye.
Yeah. We got money on the helmet being picked up.
Oh, bit of miscommunication to throw it. Oh, it would have been miles out. That's the only blip on the card for this batting partnership. A little bit of miscommunication there. Alliard would have been miles out. Short again and cut out past the cover point sweeper, who was off the rope and just not able to stop the flow of runs here. Tigers will be looking forward to getting out of this power play at the end of this over and being able to put 5 fielders out on the boundary to try and control the flow of runs, stop the boundaries and try and wrestle back a bit of control, as we see a ball bowled full and at the stumps, and it's challenged the batsman, and then the Tigers a dot ball. That's what we want to see a bit more of. It's pushed out to the point for no run, and that concludes the 6th over. That's the end of the batting power play. And the Hong Kong Islanders have raced away to 59 without loss after those 6 overs.
Okay, the batsmen want to know what their score is as well. They're asking for the scoreboard to be updated.
Dispute it. And we've got a change in the bowling. Prakar Mishra going to come on.
Ooh, good leg spinner. This should be fun to watch.
So I think that's a great move by the skipper. Take some pace off the ball. What I would like to see is a couple more sweepers go out just to give the young leg spinner a bit of protection.
Prakar Mishra.
New bowler is Prakar.
Looks like he knows his fields, which is fantastic from a young lad coming in and positioning his fielders. It's exactly what a skipper would want. Bowls the first one a little bit short and punched out past deep square. I think that's just the one fielding position he could do with, is just having someone giving him a bit of protection on the leg side. Not easy as a leg spinner. It's probably one of the toughest arts in the game, toughest skills in the game of cricket. So you often heard the legend of leg spin Shane Warne say defend with his field, attack with his bowling, just to give himself a little bit of protection. No ball, it's gone through the fielder and it's just gone over the rope. Fortunately the Tigers cannot catch a break. Good awareness from one of the Tigers fielders, just letting his skipper know that they've got one more fielder that could
What's a free hit, so they can't
be
change
out
the
on the
field.
boundary. But with the free hit they're going to
They change
have
the
to
field.
settle with it for now.
You can't. You can't go back. It's another no ball.
So it's blasted out to the leg side and
Another one.
another 4 more.
But that should have been a no ball. Because he moved the fielders around.
He's moving field again now. He's switching him out.
But he switched it in.
Wait, I don't think they switched the ball before. They're doing it now.
Mm.
Pushing the ball off now.
Shaw's a little bit on offer here. Lad can
Oh no.
Is it front foot?
Might be front foot, yeah.
I think it's the back foot. I think that might be a no ball with his back foot
Yeah,
breaking the
yeah,
sideline.
yeah, it is.
So young Mishra needs to just get a little bit closer to the stumps
Yeah,
when he
definitely.
bowls. So if you look at that replay, his back foot has just broken that
Good catch.
sideline.
Good catch by the umpire.
So he's just got to get a little bit closer to the stumps. If he needs to, he can always ask the umpire to stand back a little bit further. So it's hit down the ground just for the 1 run. Lovely shot and good little bit of bowling.
That's come out of hand.
And that's one of the skills and the weapons that a bowler has, is adjusting where they bowl on the crease, how wide are the stumps. So young bowler, hopefully you listen back to this replay. Sometimes you can come in nice and close to those stumps to change the angle, and sometimes you can bowl a little bit wider.
Been on this one.
Nice delivery and just hit out to the sweeper as a bowler and a captain as a team fielding side. You'd be more than happy with that. Bowled in a reasonable area. But again, even as a spin bowler, I want to see all bowlers attacking those stumps more. I want to see more of those deliveries hitting the stumps if the batsman misses it. He goes a little bit fuller, but Allianz still able to play that off the back foot and punch to cover for no run. That concludes the 7th over, and
Need to draw them onto the front.
the Islanders continuing to go along at a rapid rate, going along at 11 and over with their score at 77 without loss. Tigers also need to be aware of their over rate, making sure that they get between the overs. Run round.
surprised Danny Knapp hasn't bowled yet.
Yeah, we're seeing a change in the bowler with Harry Hodgson
The bowler's name is Harry.
coming into bowl, and that'll mean there's leg spin coming from both ends, which they can just get these batsmen on the front foot, bowl that ball a little bit quicker through the air, then I think we could be in action and see the potential for a wicket to fall. This is pulled out for 1 run. Yeah, you can just see these two batsmen again. Played a lot of cricket and understanding that they can just sit back on that back foot, so the spin bowlers are going to have to get that ball through the air a bit quicker to drag these batsmen forward. Lovely shot. But good to see Harry getting the batsman to play that off the front foot. Lovely shot down the ground, but certainly giving himself more of an opportunity to create a chance for a wicket as he throws in a quicker ball. And a quick single is taken as fielder is sitting back again. Just want to see these fielders walking in a bit harder, sit in a little bit closer.
Oh, is that going over the rope? Yes, it has. That's been pulled for 4. As Farm steps out to take a call, I'll fill in for him by narrating what's going on. Dragged short there by Harry, and Alian up to the task. Pulled well today. Now good boundary for him. Leg spinner is being a bit expensive so far for New Territory Tigers. That's a high full toss, yells of catch as he shelled it. Seems to have burst through the hands of the man at mid-wicket. Get a mid-wicket there. Let's see if we can get a replay of that. Let's see if our cameraman caught that. Instructed before the game that every catch he misses on camera is like a drop catch of his own. So I think just barely got it there. But yeah, high full toss. Not called a no ball, so that's the end of the over. 85 for no loss after 8. Flying start here for the Islanders, going very well. Alian from Pakistan Association Club, Parth Bhagwat from KCC. Both those clubs will face off in the Premier League today afternoon at KCC. It's good to see kids from different clubs who may not normally get the opportunity to play together getting the chance here, although as Farms mentioned earlier, these two have played alongside each other in the under-16s. A bit of a chat here between the boys. Trying to figure out who's to bowl next. Number 25 has been tossed the ball. Is that Prakhar? Prakhar to get another over by the looks of it. He got it back to the young leg spinner for a couple of overs at least. Here he goes for another one, marking out his run up. Here comes Prakhar into bowl to Alian. Again, short on the leg side, pulled well, very well. His protection in the deep, but he won't get there. It's another boundary. So this partnership really starting to blossom here. The last few overs have been quite costly. It runs starting to flow. Once again, the issue here is the bowlers are bowling a bit too short. Gotta just pitch it up, as Fonz has mentioned, try to get a little straight on the stumps. That's probably down the leg, not exactly where they want to be landing it. That's the benefit of this All-Star Series though. It puts these kids under a bit of pressure. Televised game, parents watching, coaches watching. Best of the under 16 age group playing against the best. So you see there behind the fielder, a lot of parents in attendance watching their kids play. Great to have the support of all the parents and the Caravel group, of course. Got two very good umpires out there as well today on a nice, well prepared Mission Road track. So good game of cricket in the offing. And the way it's going now, it's the dream start for the Islanders. Already 91 on the board with the opening pair. Plenty of batting left to come. Should be looking set for somewhere around 200 if the batsman thinking that way. 200, 210. Here we go, Prakhar Mishra at the top of his run again. After the first short ball, he's bowled a lot better. The length has been a lot better as well. Again, it's worked away into the leg side for another single. So an improved over here as he's starting to find his radar. Now they need to see if he can get a bit of turn, get the purchase of this wicket. Some more field adjustments there. He's got a deep square leg, deep point. Yep. So they'll check how many balls left in the over. But it seems like he's only got a couple of sweepers out in the deep at the moment. That one turned a bit. He dabbed to short third man. And the field is a bit deep set, so the batsman able to scurry through for that single. Good call, good run. But yeah, it does look like they've only got. I think he might have long off on the boundary. Hard to say from my angle.
Yeah.
Long offs on the boundary. Yep. Here comes Prakhar again. Short again. Pulled. And a bit of turn on that one as well, but it's too short to really be much of a threat. And it's another single. That wraps up the over by the looks of it. Another decent over for the Islanders who are flying here. 93 for no loss in 9 overs. At the moment, the New Territory Tigers need to be thinking, where do they get a wicket from? Bowling figures there on your screen. Anirudh Rajesh bowled really well. 3 overs up front with the new ball, was very accurate, you could say. Bowled well to his field. Outside off stump, had the sweepers on the offside, the third man deep point, and kept it out there, forcing him to cut it to the fielders on the offside, which is the right idea, bowling to your field. And I think this might be number 17. Number 17 should be Harry Hodgson continuing. Yep, the leg spinner. They've got some good bowling options in this team, the Tigers. If my team this year is accurate, they've got Danny Mapp, the vice captain, one of the leading wicket takers in the under 13 age bracket. Hasn't bowled yet. They've also got Shahabuddin, who can bowl. Aryan Panjwani, who can bowl. Nivedit Nambiar, who can bowl. A lot of bowling options there for the captain to turn to if he needs them. Of course, Subhan Muhammad himself, a decent quick bowler as well. So he's going with the 2 leg spinners now. Hodgson about to enter into his second over. He's bowling from the police station end, the Argyle Street end, the end nearest to us here. Tossed up, nicely flighted, very well driven. Field in the deep, puts in a good effort. I don't think he's pulled in. Has he pulled it in? It's just there on the ropes. I think the umpire's going to ask what's going to happen. The umpire's given it 4. Yeah, I think he touched the rope.
He's signaled it.
Oh, the fielder signaled it as well. That's a boundary. Let's see if I replay catches. That was a very nice shot there. As you can see, drove it very well, picked it on the full. Well flighted, just slightly over pitched, and a very, very good shot. Slight adjustment to the field as he comes in to bowl again. Better length, bit of turn, pulled off the back foot. He's got protection in the deep, attacks it well. Throw comes into the bowler's end, just a single. So Parth and Aryan have done this very well. They've played well on the front foot, but at the moment the ball is slightly short, they've rocked back and pulled well. Again, there we go. That wasn't even that short, but he's just very good on that pull shot, and it's another boundary. Excellent batting. This is very good. That's 100 up for the Islanders, 100 up for this pair. Aryan with that boundary should move on to 42, and Parth at the other end is on 48. 40. Parth is on 40, yeah. 40 and 42, 100 run partnership. Here comes Harry again. Very good length there. All the batsmen can do is play back to him. Both these batsmen will be looking for individual milestones. They've already got the 100 partnership up. They've got the license now to go after the bowling. A lot of batting to come. How many overs left in the innings? Ooh, that's been given wide and the keeper has fumbled it, so it's going to be a wide and a run. A little bit sloppy there from the Tigers. A lot of extras today. As Farms has returned.
It's a Lovely ball there by Harry. Getting the outside edge as the Tigers look to have settled on a more traditional field set, and that's going to help them control the flow of runs, I hope. Again, we're bowled. That concludes the 10th over. The Hong Kong Islanders still going at either 10 and over, 104 without loss. Path, who's in this partnership, is one of the players that's played quite a lot of senior cricket for his club, Kowloon Cricket Club, in both Saturday and Sunday teams, so he's had that experience of playing men's cricket for a number of seasons now. Alian is beginning to play a bit more senior cricket at his club, Pakistan Association. So we see a change in the bowling.
Number 6, Nivedit, I think that's how it's pronounced.
Nivedit.
Yeah, Nivedit Nambiar.
Come on, and he'll be bowling as off spin, I believe.
Another useful bowler.
Which again, coming in, taking the pace off on this wicket that looks to be drying up a little bit. Nice bit of turn there. And a lovely start from his first delivery. Like we'd been speaking about earlier, Nitesh coming in and attacking the stumps a little bit more.
Church bells in the background.
Lovely bit of footwork by Alian, but nothing wrong with that from a bowler's point of view as well, so odds are even there. Again, full and worked into the leg side, and it'll just be one run.
Is it normal to have church bells at 9:45 on a Sunday?
I think so.
Just welcoming people into match at 10.
I see.
It's short, and it's punched out off the back foot. These two running hard and looking for two, and not going to get it. Is there anyone backing up? There's no one backing up, and that's going to be
sloppy again.
an extra run. Ehsan Khan, absolutely, it's great to see another off spinner. I'm sure you're excited to see a young lad coming through the ranks, bowling some off spin.
He's bowling it well.
It's a lovely delivery there. Like we'd spoken about, attacking the stumps, getting the batsman on the front foot. Great to see.
Wow, it took on the full, nicely played.
And it's just worked down to long on for one run off the full toss.
Good over. Quick economical over that. The umpire seems to be giving them a bit of a warning about running on the pitch.
And that, courtesy of that over that went for 5, the run rate has just dropped below 10 and over as the Hong Kong Islanders race along to 109 without loss.
Yeah, Wasp has 187, but Farms, they have to be aiming for 200 here, right? 210, 220?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the longer that these guys can stay in, the better position they're going to be in. But the New Territories Tigers have a more than capable bowling lineup. Like we've spoken about throughout, is we just want to see those bowlers attack the stumps more. And what I mean by that is I want to see the bowlers bowling the ball at the stumps. Every ball they bowl should be hitting the stumps if there wasn't a batsman. And if they do that, they're going to put the batsman under a lot more pressure. Comes in the old adage, they miss, you hit, as a bowler.
Sure, that's an odd position for the bowler. Oh, that's a good ball. Played very late.
Just to mid-wicket. Just the one run.
Risky shot, that flicking across the line to a ball that was probably hitting the stumps, but played it well.
So a lesson to those watching, and hopefully these New Territories Tigers guys, if they watch the game back, is great. Here's our first big appeal of the day, and again that's on the back of Harry coming in and trying to attack those stumps a bit more.
Exactly.
So what I was saying is a little bit of a lesson when you've got fielders out on the boundary behind you or around you, then if you're inside the ring you can come in a lot closer. Your job's to stop the single, and that's what I'd like to see New Territories Tigers boys do, is that's exactly that right there. Nitesh, it's pushed out to the mid-wicket who's in the ring,
And you get the
but
one.
it was an easy single, so I'd like to see that player come in a lot closer to the stump, so it's not so easy to pick up that single.
Yep. That single takes Alyan to 48. It's 2 away from what would be a very well deserved 50. He's one of the leading run scorers in the under 17 age group recently, Alyan. I think he got the under 17 batter of the year. Good player. Bowling well here, Harry. Much better over this. Much straighter, as you've been talking about, on the stumps. Good lengths. Rather over pitch than under pitch as a spinner.
Full toss, come down the ground.
Let's
It's
sit down to
gonna
us. Just short of long
for
on.
the fielder and just be the one run.
That's alright, over pitching rather than under pitching. That's good over. Only 4 off it. And the island is now 113 for no loss after 12. Last 5 overs, just 36 runs. So the Territory Tigers starting to pull things back a little bit in the last 5 overs. A bit more accurate.
Yeah, definitely getting out of that initial power play, getting their field sets right with their players positioned well on the boundaries, and like you say, Nitesh, beginning to be a bit more accurate and effective with their bowling.
New bowler is Soban.
As we see a bowling change with Saban coming in to bowl.
Captain's brown stuff on.
Again, one of the USRC fast bowlers.
Production line of young fast bowlers there under Imran Arif, former county fast bowler, trying to build a little pace battery of his own now.
3-4, 34. Thank you.
Coach of the New Territory Tigers, also from USRC, Shahid Wasif.
It's not Shaban Mohammed, no.
So he's been working. Some people say Shahid Wasif's the reason a lot of USRC boys have moved over to, sorry, Little Sai 1 boys have moved over to USRC lately. There you go, Saban Mohammed running in. To Bhagwat. Dabbed away. And a quick single, well done.
Sorry, mate. No. It shouldn't let you select anything.
A good start by the skipper, nice line and length outside off to begin with. Alyan now on 48. Saban full.
And attacking the stumps, which is great to see. And I think they probably missed out on a single there again with that player sitting back in the ring. Just using the 3 sweepers at the moment with cover, third man and fine leg. No sweepers out on the leg side, so it's going to have to be accurate. This time there's a quick single.
Smartly done there, hit it with soft hands, dropped it into the gap. 49 for Alyan. Parth now on 44, 1 hit away from 50 as well. Who's next in for the Islanders? Who do you think's adding in at 3?
Shorter and punched down the ground for 1 run.
Oh, direct hit on that one, and then look for another? No.
Yeah, look, I don't know. There could be Mohammed Sardar, could be Muhammad Ali Usman if they're looking for someone to come in and hit the ball hard. And yeah, there's a number of options there if they're looking for someone to carry on this scoring rate and keep the scoreboard moving along. Attacking the stumps and almost a catch, and looks like Alian's looking to open up, and that'll take him to his 50.
Very well played from Alian.
This is Hong Kong Islanders team. Give him a round of applause and cheer him, and rightly so, as he's right along with a phenomenal partnership with Parth. It really is a very one-sided affair out here at the moment.
Yeah. They've got Neil Amit Patwa and the Islanders, who normally I think would bat 3, but like you said, they might just want to send someone up higher up.
Yeah.
Have a go, have a bit of a hit.
Young Preet as well, more than capable.
Yeah. Shaurya Mutta, I've seen him hit a few big shots in his day. Some talent in that side. It's going to be leg buys.
Very, very hopeful appeal off the hip, and that will be leg buys, I suspect.
Yeah. There goes the umpire, signaling it.
Parth would probably be quite disappointed to miss out there. He'd be hoping to get some bat on that and use that pace and send that down to the boundary.
Yep.
A worry for the over 8 for the Tigers as well. It's been very slow thus far, and that may also cost them and just rub salt into the wounds. And unfortunately, as you move up through the ranks and the cricket that you play, that over 8 is a critical component of playing high performance cricket and representative cricket. If you get that wrong, it's going to cost you. For international and professional cricket, it costs money to players, slow over rates.
For these kids, it costs them penalty runs?
Yeah, we'll leave that with the umpires and the match conditions, but certainly cost them runs, and in representative cricket it can cost the captain their spot in future games. Not something we would be enforcing here, but
of course,
it is an important
it is a part
component
of the
and something that players need to learn to manage. Part of that learning process that we expect to, or hope to take out of this experience. As we see change of bowling and young Arya coming on.
Arya started his cricket with now defunct United Cricket Club run by Imran Adris. Eventually moved over to HKCC. Useful little swing bowler. Let's see what he can get done here. Short and out off stump, punched. The offside for a single. Got a sweeper on the offside, deep square leg, long gone. Think third man is in the circle. Yeah, 5 legs in the circle. Long off's been pushed back as well, so he's got 4 out. That's a playing condition, right? Maximum 4 out, or are they allowed 5?
You're allowed 5.
They're allowed 5, but they've opted for 4 here, by the looks of it. Both straight fielders are backs, which suggests he's really trying to pitch it up to Parth, who's on 45. Yeah, well driven through point, but there's a man there. Short third man, tidies up. Only 1, so that's a good length. Needs to keep it that full, but probably on the stumps, not as wide. Arya rocking the number 1 shirt. Nice to see. Those of you watching, hope you're enjoying this. The first broadcasted game of the new season, although technically it's a carry on from last season. Hit him on the pads, that's a good shout. Ooh, maybe a bit high. Well bowled there. Alian looking for the big slog on the leg. Gonna get hold of it. Shaurya now having a bit of a word about his follow through.
Yeah, it might be challenging for Shaurya to see whether that was an LBW with Arya running down the middle of the wicket in his appeal.
Yeah. Again, this is part of the learning process for these kids.
Yeah, absolutely. Like we said at the start, Natesh guys haven't played much on turf at all, so there's an education component where you can get away with that on artificial wickets. As Arya comes in again from the Argyle Street end, skips in, and it's just hit down, too long on for 1 run.
A few questions on cricket queue from Horace. So Parth now moving on to 46. This has been a good over from Alian. 3 singles and a dot from it so far. Delivering for his captain here, bowling relatively full. Nice and full there again. It's a bit of an inside edge. Well bowled. You can gain a little bit of shape on that ball as well when he bowls.
We have the wrong bowler.
That's a natural ability to swing it.
Because we don't have that hole in the house.
On your screen, it's showing Danny Map. It's actually
Yeah.
Arya Panjwani.
Yeah, no, I know it's hot. Nice. I think they're really short.
There you go. Final ball. It's been a very good over. Just 4 singles off it so far from Arya. And short outs off stump, punched into the offside with the cover fielder. It's quick to tidy up and have a shy at the stumps, and there's good backing up there as well by Prakar, I believe. So that's the end of the over, just 4 off it. And the last 5 overs have just brought 32 runs. As they're going for a change of gloves and a bit of conference with the new Territory Tigers. As you mentioned, we're an hour into the game and they've just bowled 14 overs, allowing for good cause to slip, probably an over behind the required run rate. And I'm sure the umpires will be reminding them of that, while the batsmen take a little impromptu drinks break. Shiroi wandering over now to chase them off. And
Yeah, so looking around the grounds, KCC Infidels and Sunday versus the Sri Lanka Cricket Club Lions in Sunday Division 2 50 over cricket. KCC Infidels are batting first out at PKVR Park, which will be absolutely roasting on the artificial field there. The Infidels are 36 for 2, with Jaden Botfield run out and young Charlie Walsh caught behind for 10.
27, didn't you say? Yeah.
I'll change that to the next one.
Path yesterday and playing for Callan Cricket Club, Saracen scored 36 opening the batting. So he certainly had a chance to get his eye in yesterday. See, change in bowling, and that was a good start.
Mohammed
Full and
Shahab Uddin of LMC.
at the stumps, and that's what the Tigers need to continue to do if they're going to keep reducing this run rate, which is just down to 8.9 now. So you see, as those bowlers that have come in and managed to bowl at the stumps, they've managed to reduce that scoring rate down. That combined with some better field sets and some protection out on the boundary.
Yep.
As I say, that was a little bit short, and good effort in the field, and just come back for the 2.
And that will take Alian to 57. Also, I think there might be a bit of a fatigue setting in for both batters as the heat wears on them. You can see them now, Alian hunched over looking for breath. I guess they're getting a bit tired, probably trying to hit the ball a bit too hard. Bowling's been better too. Shahabuddin, who's bowling now, is bowled wide, but
The commentators cursed Nitesh.
he was one of the leading wicket takers in the previous season as well, and plays for the season. I think last season he shifted clubs, but the season before he was at Lady Maclehose College, who unfortunately weren't able to take part last season due to the COVID issues. That's actually a non-profit organisation based out of Kwong, which helps kids from underprivileged backgrounds play club cricket. And so Shahabuddin's come through that system, which is fantastic to see. Although I think last season he had to move clubs to continue his cricket.
Yeah, it looks like Alian's beginning to open up and look for the boundary there, and it looks like he's really fatiguing, and exactly like what we spoke about at the start, Nitesh, is it's a perfect challenge for these players and get them to understand their fitness, where they're at, because the ability to last a whole innings and then potentially be able to do that in a tournament with multiple games in these sorts of conditions requires a really good level of fitness, and so that's going to be hopefully a lesson learnt and an area to work on, and I'm sure that's the same goes for a number of our cricketers.
It's the same with our under 19 50 over cup that we play in the summers. People say it's a bit too hot, but realistically all the qualification tournaments, that's a good effort there by Shahab. Saves the run and gets a shy in as well on the stumps. A good bit of fielding there from the bowler of his own bowling. But yes, it's a bit too hot, but the qualification tournaments are played in Malaysia, Thailand in the summer months. So it's about getting the kids used to that heat and getting used to playing there and performing. So tournaments like that, playing matches like this in this kind of weather, very good for their development. Hart on 48, looking for that 50. Nearly got to the previous ball. It's going to take another single there. Looks for two. Nope, just one. 49. And that's 131 and 15 overs. Last 5 overs just 27. So in the last 5 overs, they actually dropped less than a run a ball. So as we enter the final 5 overs of the innings, 131, that 200 mark we were talking about earlier, where they got to 110 overs, looking out of reach. Bowling's been much tighter now. Really good spell of 5 overs there for the New Territory Tigers, keeping this target within chasing reach. And time for the Islander boys to find a bit of final energy for this last push. Arya now setting his fields. Again, long on, long off back. I think he's brought in the sweeper from the offside as well, so he's only got 3 out. The deep square leg. Here he comes in the bowl. Very full and straight, just worked down. That is Part's 50, there we go. Loud round of applause from the dugout. And that's Part's 50 as well. Both batsmen have got to their 50s here. Very good opening partnership with 132. Part's 50 coming off just 46 balls with 4 fours and a 6. And I don't know what Shroy is signaling out there in the middle of the pitch.
Stay off the wicket.
Stay off the wicket. Staying off the wicket here. I think that's a formal warning now. An official warning to Arya for following through down the centre of the pitch. Well, here we go. Last 4 overs in a bit as Arya runs in. Outside off stump. Straight to the cover fielder. And again, they would take singles on this earlier in the innings, but now you can see just the fatigue setting in a bit. Not running those. Useful dot ball. Parthos is looking a bit tired here, trying to catch his breath. There's Arya again. Interesting run up with a little jump there. Very good ball. Inside edge into his pads. Another dot ball. Very useful spell this year from the seamers towards the back half of the innings.
Yeah, Alian looking to open up and try and hit the ball downtown. It's some maximums now as he's looking like he's expiring out there a little bit, and we'll just be searching for the boundary. Like you said, they're not going to be running between the wickets like they were at the start, and I think you can just really put that down to a fitness thing, combined with the heat.
Uses
a
lovely
shot,
wicket. Oh, it's
wide of.
That was a beautiful shot.
Wide of long off, and a really good effort to try and scoop it back in, but unable to do that. And
Beautiful
really,
shot.
really good shot there, well placed.
Use his feet and then just straight batted down the offside. Wonderful shot. High elbow, everything. Lovely to watch. Moves on to 62, Alian, and a much needed boundary. It's been a while since the last one.
It's like a slower ball.
Beautiful slow ball, Yorker.
Very well bowled. Lovely little change up there.
The last boundary was in the 13th over. There's been a couple of quiet overs since that. Arya's got his left hand bandaged up. Is that going to affect his ability to bat, or is he not going to bat?
Time will tell, Nitesh. So we see some great work by cameraman Vans.
Yeah. Oh, another good
going
one.
for a big swing, and
They've gone through for that single. Smart.
into 3 for 1. Takes the score to 137 without loss. Phenomenal opening partnership. Huge effort by this pair.
Excellent partnership here, and they need to dig deep for that final push. As you see from the run rate worm, just starting to go downwards. Not what you expect towards the back end of the innings. You want them to start climbing upwards.
Yeah, it's coming downwards from a lofty height,
That too.
Nitesh. but I'm sure they'd love to get that back up over 10 and over by the end of the
It's going to take
end of the game. But it'll take some striking to do that, especially with the sides. Tigers able to have 5 fielders out on the boundary should they use them all.
Again, that's the field saying they've realised they've given a lot away in singles. They gave a lot away in extras as well this South innings, so they've reined that into not as many extras anymore, bowling a lot more accurately. Shahabuddin goes second over. Well played, straight to the cover. Ah, fumble. Must look for the second run here as the sweeper covers up. Yeah, they get 2. Good running there. Tigers could be in for a tricky chase now. Be interesting to see who they open with. I think he got a bottom edge on that and it's hit the helmet. Oh, it's hit the helmet. We finally got one of these on camera. It's hit the helmet. I think the umpire's going to signal. They're having a chat. Yep, there it is. There's a signal. 5 penalty runs has been signaled by the umpire. And it's because of this. A little bottom edge. Keeper goes through the keeper, thuds into the helmet. And a bit of excitement from our analyst booth as Wilson gets to train James Chan on how to score those penalty runs. Valuable runs for the Islanders. They're going to bowl bottom half of the bat again, with a bit of a big gap there on the leg side for that single. Quite a lot of extras in this innings. Shahabuddin again. Pulled well, pulled hard. Cameraman's lost it, it's gone for 4.
Yeah, that's, you see that at the umpire signal 4, which suggests that the boundary fielder was in off the boundary, and boundaries aren't very big today, so again the learning opportunity is if you're out on the boundary and it's just a standard or smaller size boundary, you need to be on the rope. You don't want to be walking in too far, otherwise that might happen, where it goes over your head for 4 and could have otherwise been a catch and the opportunity to break this partnership.
Yeah, at the moment it looks like these two are just going to bat the entire 20. 150 up with that single. 150 on opening partnership in a T20. Fantastic stuff.
Yeah, it's an outstanding effort by these two. Done a phenomenal job. It's taken them 106 balls. Off the bat, they have scored 121 of those, which suggests 29 extras, if my math is correct. Yeah, 121 off the bat, so 29 extras. Bit expensive, New Territory Tigers, 29 extras. Oh, it's well hit. Is it a chance for catch? Is it? It's fallen just short. It's fallen just short. Our score overlay is covering that, unfortunately. But yeah, it's just fallen just short of the fielder. They survive, and it's 151 no loss in 17 overs. 3 overs down. 3 overs to go. Should be looking at 180 at least, if not 190. Want to go 10 and over for the last 3, if not 12 and over for the last 3. So they'll be thinking about that. And they'll be thinking if they can bat through the full 20. They've got number 31 padded up on the sidelines. Mohammad Sardar gives it a good hit, big hitter.
Arya's still going, right?
Yeah, yep, Arya's still bowling. He's bowled very well. 2 overs, just 10 bowling in the back end of the innings, back quarter of the innings. He's bowled phenomenally well. So I'm bowling it full, still getting a bit of shape with the older ball. I think the ball's also not bouncing as much as the batsman one. He's a short kid with a nice little interesting bowling action. Batsman finding it hard to get on top of him. Left hand all bandaged up, and top of his run up. There you go, he's in now to Alian, who's on 67 and starting to find some touch here. Oh, that's monstrous. That's coming down to us here on the side screen. At the commentator's way, and it's landed right next to us. That's all the way, 6. Monstrous hit that. Wonderful shot from Alian. Finally got a hold of that one. He's been trying to get underneath the ball from Arya's bowling for a while there, and he just got underneath that one nicely. Good clean swing. Sailed over our heads here. landed right next to our analyst. 6 runs. 73. Does he have enough time for a century, Alyan? Is he thinking about that? 27 more runs needed. A few more of those would help. Comes Arya again. It's a little bit short. It's top edge. It might be the first wicket as the fielder's running in. No, it's just fallen short of him. So no wicket yet for the New Territory Tigers. We get the single. A bit of a sloppy throw, but it's a single nonetheless. Seems like our far camera. Okay, let's back up. A good comeback there from Arya. Alyan trying to go big. Probably lucky he didn't connect it cleanly. Would have been a chance for a catch there. I think it was just one, but it looks of it. Parth's on strike now. Yeah, number 27 is on the non-striker's end. Sorry, Alyan's on strike. Yeah, and it's flicked down the ground and 1. So Alyan getting a 6 first ball, getting a 2-run second ball, and running through for a single on the 3rd. Oh, he's away for a second. Parth wants a second. Arya's awake to it. But smart thinking there from Parth, trying to run through that second run. So 6-2-1 this over so far. 9 off the first 3. And here comes Arya bowling into Parth. High full toss, slower ball. Ooh! A clever change of pace, but just lost his radar a little bit there, given a wide. Likes using the slower ball, Arya. Bowled it effectively today so far. Now when it's a bit too wide. So second ball was 2.
Yeah, change it.
Cool. There you go. Arya running in again now to bowl. Good length. Not at all middle there. Just clumped from Parth down to long on. Easy single. They could have probably pushed for 2, but you can see a bit of fatigue there. And now Shoaib Acha is signaling something. Apparently the bowler's run down the wicket again. Let's see if we can get a replay of that. I don't know if a replay will catch that. Did he run on the wicket again? No, a replay's not going to catch that. But looks like he's given the captain, he's called the captain over, so Ban's there talking to him, explaining something to Ban. I think this, if he's already given a first and final warning, this will be the second time. I think the second time entails a penalty run. We'll be on our walkie-talkies to see. Nope, I think that is the second warning. Or is that the first? Second warning. So the penalty will be on the 3rd warning then. I should know this. It's time for me to go back and read the laws.
You're first umpire, so
I haven't read the laws.
say no more.
I haven't read the laws in a while. Just gotta go back and refer to them. Every Sunday behind a camera. Not much time to be out there umpiring. Lovely shot there again. That's come straight down to us. And whizzes by us for 4 runs. Wonderful shot. Looking really, really good here. Alyan, I think that takes him to 80. And that takes the score to 166. So this is a big over. 14 have come off it already.
Really good figures before.
Yeah. Arya's figures getting a bit wrecked here, but the batsman, Alyan in particular, starting to size him up, starting to get a read on him and playing some very good shots here. 20 away from a century. I wonder if he can get there. As Arya runs in for the final over. Final ball of the over. Short, dragged down to long on, who tidies up. Some lovely shots from Alyan in that over. And we are 167 for no loss in 18. Really good opening partnership for this, it must be said. Phenomenal. They almost bat out the entire 20. I don't think anyone would have predicted that at the start of the game.
Who's coming here?
You can see all the numbers 3, 4 and 5 still wearing their pads in the sidelines. They're a bit upset that they're actually not going to get a chance to bat if these two keep going the way they are. We'll be seeing how there's a change of bowling. Looks like the captain's going to continue, so Ban Muhammad in for a second over. Captain taking it on himself to bowl this all-important 19th over.
Skipper. So Ban.
Yep, so Ban Muhammad is captain. Can Alyan get 100?
Here's Shoban.
He certainly can, but it's going to take a bit of some serious ball striking to do it.
19 runs in 2 overs. He just needs to strike.
But
He's
he's certainly more than capable of doing it, and it's some seriously tough going for the New Territories Tigers boys out there, and it's a real test of team and character, especially in this environment where they've not had an opportunity to play much together, to find a way to keep encouraging each other, keep staying positive, and know that there's
Oh, he's just pulled fine leg in. He's just asked fine leg to come in off the boundary, and that's tickled down his leg by his defense. Alian felt he got battered on. He wants those runs. He wanted that 100. That's 4 leg buys. He's just brought the fine leg in, and that happens. Unlucky there.
I'm thinking to myself, well, he's got to bowl this dead on offside.
Yeah. Skipper now has asked the fine leg to stay back where he was. 171.
Yeah, we see third man come up into the ring.
Our third man's up. Where's this ball gonna go? Alian, 81 with 11 balls to get to that 100.
He's got it bowled pretty close to a Yorker, and
Yeah.
he's looking for the 2, but it's just going to be the 1 run.
Good ball. Tough outing here. You can see the Islanders bowlers warming up on the sidelines.
Just kept these clips at the end a bit longer to catch the field in.
There you go, Saban in to Parth Bhagwat, who's hit it nicely straight down the ground, but not a lot of bat on it, and it'll just be the 1 run. Brings Alian back on strike. Here we go. Saban in again.
Squirts out over point, and they're just going to collect the 1
Right,
run.
come back for 2. No. Decide against it.
Yeah, I think you're right. Yeah. Remember, halfway through the innings, just on and off, right? Off and on.
There we go. 173. Team needs 27 more runs to get to that 200 mark, but they've only got 26 more runs, but they've only got 8 balls to do it. And he's hit it some. Soban's picked up the first wicket for his team. Finally a breakthrough. As Parth is bowled, shuffling across, trying to work the ball into the leg side. Really good innings, 57 of 50 from the Islanders captain. And it's the Tigers captain who gets his opposite number for the first wicket of the day.
Yeah, outstanding innings that. Superb by Parth, and he deserves every round of applause and clap he gets from his teammates as he walks off. Fantastic innings. And yeah, and it goes back to what we were saying right at the start of the day, Nitesh, is you've got to bowl at the stumps. And it's no surprise to me that the first wicket that we see fall is in fact bowled. And if they can keep doing that and do it more consistently, then they're going to be in the game a lot
Yes,
more. It's as
exactly.
simple as that.
Good work this from our cameraman.
So a big thank you to our sponsors, the sponsors of our youth development pathway as part of our high performance program. Our sponsors Caravel, who have made our Youth All Stars program and our development program possible. Their support has been absolutely invaluable in allowing us to run this program and run it every year. So we'll be starting again, going through our player identification process in the new year, and we'll be having another tournament this time for the under 13 and under 16 age groups in Easter. And again, you see targeting the stumps, attacking the stumps, and a big LBW appeal. So fantastic to see as he had a big shout against his USRC teammate.
Might have been a bit of bat on that. Thought I heard 2 sounds, not too sure. Maybe a bit high
Possibly,
as well.
definitely worth a shout.
Yeah, worth a shout. It's a good end to that over from Sabama. He's only bowled 2, the captain. Bowled pretty well. I think he'll be backing himself to score big runs. Also a very capable batsman. Sabama, a big hitting batsman, will need to do what his opposite number did and score 50 if his side's going to chase this down. And now Alian on strike for the final over, and I think this is the opening bowler? Or is it Shahab? Shahabuddin. To bowl the final over the innings, to bowl his third and final over. He's bowled 2 overs for 15 so far. Bowling right arm over. Shiroi seems a bit confused. not sure last game. There we go, it's been established, he's bowling over the wicket. Had to establish whether or not he's bowling over the wicket.
Who's playing today?
Here we go, Alia Muhammad on strike, 83 to Shahabuddin. Hits that well down the leg side, hits it all the way. That's 6 of deep square legs. That takes him to 89. Alian on the charger for that century.
Yeah, it's a fantastic shot, that. Absolutely brilliant. Picking that up off his legs and sailed over the head of the fielder. And he's certainly in the shop window for an outside chance here to
11 only, just 2
go to the
sixes.
3 figures.
3 fours or 2 sixes he gets there, and I think he can do it. Backing Alian here. Let's go. Hits it well over mid wicket. The field in the deep. Who tidies it up? So no fumble there.
Just the one run.
Just the one. Should have turned down that single, but you know he's a team man. That's what the team needs. 90. Can Sardar, Mohammad Sardar, get a single and get him at the other end? Mohammad Sardar, big hitting batsman from USRC. He doesn't have much time to get his eye in. That's the issue here. He's got to go big from ball 1 or ball 2 now. Here we go. Shahabuddin in. Short, pulled well.
It's going to find the gap, is it?
Good effort by the boundary
Lovely
riders.
effort.
Yeah. And it's just a single, so Alian gets to get back on strike here. Here we go. Alian is 2 good hits away from a century and he's got 3 balls to get them in. Can he do it? Hit that well straight down to us, but long gone is in place and he'll tidy up, I think, no issues. Only a single, so I think that rules out the chance of a century. I think Alian feels it as well. There could have been a chance to run out there. Alian wasn't back in his crease by the time the ball was there, but the bowler seems to have moved on. So
Yeah, very, very impressive innings this by Alian.
yes,
He's managed to
big baseball swing and a miss.
wide ball. Managed to maintain his scoring rate for the most part throughout the whole innings. 91 off 70 balls in a phenomenal partnership with Path. Mohammad Sardar will be looking to see if he can add a few maximums off these last couple of deliveries.
Here we go. 5th ball coming up again.
Certainly
Big swing and
a
a
big
miss
swing.
again.
It's gone through the keeper. And it's going to be reined in, and it's just going to be the 2
byes. No helmet there this time.
2 byes to the score.
They've got rid of the helmet off the field after the 5-run penalty.
Yeah.
And here we go, final ball. 186, so they've fallen short of that 200 we're hoping they'd get, but not by much. The boundary here will take them to that 190 mark. Can Sardar connect with this one? He's connected, not cleanly. They're going to get 1, they're going to push for the 2nd as the boundary rider tidies up, gets the throw in. Here comes the run, and they get 2. So good running there in the final ball, takes them to 188. And that is the end of the first innings. 188 for 1 in 20 overs. Excellent effort by the Islanders, outstanding batting performance. Exceeded expectations, one would say, especially Alian. 91 of just 70. Remains not out, just 9 short of what would have been a well-deserved century.
Yeah, absolutely incredible display of batting and ball striking by Alian, and he's got a round of applause from his teammates. See if fans can do a shot of the teams as they walk off. No point looking at the groundsmen as they go tidy things up, and
I mean, fans more interested in
getting a lot of love. And you can see there from the scorecard, Path by 57 off 51, Alian 91 off 70, absolutely superb. Mohammad Sardar just coming in at the end and a little contribution. So, well, it's certainly a tough day for the New Territories Tigers. They've got an opportunity now to do their best to turn things around, and you can see there a fair few bowlers used and 37 extras total, and you just can't afford to leak that many extras in a game of cricket at any level. So a great learning opportunity for the guys, and Great opportunity now for the Tigers to turn around and see if they can change their fortunes and finish the day with a positive batting display. No doubt the Hong Kong Islanders will be very keen to stop that from happening, and we'll be back in around 10 minutes to have a look at the second innings. Thanks a lot to everybody that's been tuning in, and we'll be back with you shortly.
we're back. As you can see, the Islanders taking the field. Sardar keeping. Umpire taking the field now as well. The opening batsman making the way out to the middle. Just trying to get a clear view of what the shirt numbers are of the openers. 29 and 18. 29 would be Malhar Pandise, and 18 will be Usman Ahmed, if I'm not mistaken. So it's Usman and Malhar opening the batting. We have 189 to win. We're figuring out who's going to face. You have to figure out what end they're bowling from first. It seems like they are going to bowl from the softball end. So it looks like number 18 will be opening the batting. So Usman Ahmed will be facing, while Malhar Pandise will be at the non-striker's end. Let's see if we can get a visual on who's opening the bowling. It's either going to be 28 or 30. What's standing there?
Who's the 18? Who's 18?
18, Usman Ahmed.
Usman Ahmed.
There we go, arms around this bowler here. Let's see if we can get a visual.
So Usman Ahmed takes first.
Looks like it's be Ibrahim Kashif opening the bowling.
Argyle Road end.
We're bowling from the softball end. Action starting from the softball end with Usman Ahmed on strike.
Who's the bowler?
It looks like it's number 33, Ibrahim Kashif. Let's get a. Is that Ibrahim? Basically, confirmation the bowler is in fact Ibrahim Kashif. Number 30 is the opening bowler. My mistake. Farhan Khan. That makes more sense. Farhan Khan. He's a useful bowler. I think he's a left arm swing bowler. Farhan Khan. Also another product of the Lady Maclehose College system. I think now he plays over at Lil Saiwan Cricket Club. Might be a Pakistan club. Have to check. A lot of transfers happening every year with these youngsters. Always looking for whichever club gives them the best opportunity to play games and enhance their development.
Who's opening? This is.
But there we go. Usman Ahmed on strike, facing Farhan Khan, with Malhar Pandise on strike. Yeah, Malhar. Is that Malhar on strike? Yep, number 20. There we go. Malhar on strike, number 29 to Farhan Khan, who works it into the leg side. So we're underway in the second innings with an easy single down to square leg for Malhar. Malhar Pandise working that first ball down to square leg for a single. And we're back. So 189 is the score. For those of you just tuning in, pretty stiff target here. They're going to need someone to do something special.
It's Usman, right?
There you go. Usman on strike now to Farhan Khan. Left arm swing bowler. Talented young kid. Very good bowler. Tackle him.
Yeah, it's going to be a very interesting next 20 overs to see where things go, the way that the Tigers approach things. Have a look at the Islanders' approach. How attacking are they going to be with their field sets? Who's going to bowl? Great to see a left armour coming in and bowling, shaping the ball in as they attack and try and get a run out. And looks like there's a little deflection, goes past the two guys backing up, and the Tigers scurry through for an extra run. Short. Oh. I tell you what, there's definitely an opportunity if you're ready for that short ball to give that a good whack, either through the offside or if you're quick onto it, hit that over mid-wicket. We'll see if there's going to be another short one. Again, like we spoke about in the first innings, Nitesh, I want to see these boys popped up. Oh, it's over short cover and it'll just be the one. I want to see these bowlers attack the stumps, especially a left armour. Oh, Nitesh, a left armour, that's criminal, a left armour swinging it in, not targeting the pads and the stumps, because
he's going out on the wicket now.
Oh,
Back over.
Stay over, young man. Come in and bowl it full. Use that in swing and try and hit these boys on the pads, big appeal, and I'm sure we'll see a finger go up as that's
not where he wants it.
down the leg, bat on it, and a great shot, and that's gone away for 4.
A lot more energy with this team, isn't it? Good round.
So was there any penalty was slow over it in between innings?
I don't believe there was one, not that I've heard about, but you never know, I could have missed that. And around the grounds, the CHK Pioneers, we've got a partnership now with Kowloon Cricket Club, are playing against the Bora Blasters CC.
One of the new teams joined the league. This is their first ever official CHK league game apart from the indoor league in the summer. So brand new community, brand new team.
And they are 120 for 7 after 17.3. So it could be a close game there.
They're playing at the Jockey Club ground, Hong Kong Football Association Jockey Club football ground on a fixed mat.
And Emma Lai, who's in the Hong Kong women's squad, not typically known for her bowling, has bowled 4 overs, no maidens, 3 for 29.
I'm curious, did she do that bowling her little medium pace or is she bowling her little like break googlies?
Can't answer that for you actually, but we'll try and find
I
out.
remember batting against Pioneers and she was legitimately to pick up their bowlers. Good bowler, am I right? Very accurate, very reliable.
Short, pushed into the offside, and it'll just be the 1 run.
Bowling now.
Yeah, well, this Hong Kong Islanders team naturally are full of energy, and you would be after posting a total of 188, but certainly a stark contrast to the Tigers. Lots of discussion, lots of chatter, lots of communication about backing up, which is great to see. Yeah, and a solid start here by the Tigers, but if they're going to have any hope of chasing this down, run rate required of 9.6, it's going to be, they can't really afford too many dot balls.
Yeah. Bowling now is Hamad Khan, another one from the USRC production line of fast bowlers. We've seen quite a few of them today. Real pace battery the building over there underneath Imran Arif, former county bowler for Worcestershire.
He played a little bit for, I think, Worcester and Sussex. There might be another county in there as well. Good bit of running between the wickets, is it?
Yeah. Get 2.
He's failed to take the bails off the keeper.
Just got there.
Might have got an extra life there. And also around the grounds, the KCC Infidels versus the Sri Lanka Cricket Club Lions in 50 over competition. Infidels are now 94 for 3 after 18. So going along at a decent rate at what would be a roasting hot day at PKVR Park on the artificial surface.
I think we have a few women's games happening down at Reservoir as well, with one at Compton later today afternoon.
Yeah, and you're right there, Nitesh, just looking around the grounds down at PKVR Reservoir. The Lantau ladies posted 140 for 3 for their 20 overs, and the IRC Charlie Bears women's team 21 all out. So a tough start to their introduction to women's cricket.
IRC Charlie Bears, IRC Indian Recreation Club making a return to the CHK leagues for the first time I think in about 40-50 years since they last played in the CHK leagues. They used to have a ground down there, the IRC, one of the major clubs back through the 40s and pre-war era and even slightly after the war, and now they've joined back in their leagues through the Charlie Bears Cricket Club, an association there, so good to see them.
Yeah, it's great to see another one of the clubs come back into the fold. Another club that hasn't got a team yet, but we've done a little bit of training there, is Club de Recreo.
That's the Portuguese club.
Which is a Portuguese club just in the in that area where you've got USRC, Kowloon Cricket Club, Pakistan Association, India Club, all in the same area.
The hub of Hong Kong cricket.
Yeah, a lot of cricket, a lot of sport that goes on through that little area. As look back to the game, and after 2 overs, the New Territory Tigers have had a solid start, 13 without loss.
the key here, I think, for them will be just see off the power play while losing too many wickets. Isn't that their stat? It floats around for T20s that you lose 3 wickets in your power play, you lose 80% of your games.
Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me, Nitesh. You're the stats man. There's certainly a lot more stats coming out of 2020 cricket and cricket in general now, with the wide use of a lot of analysis software and people crunching numbers. As we see the left armour coming again. Short, come on, get it full, son. Hit those pads.
I
That's
got that for 4.
lovely punch through the behind point for 4 runs. Delightful shot, and again, see that ball pitched up. I want to see that left armour swing it in, hit the pads, big appeal. Umpire's finger goes up. You tell him a left armour.
I've seen you bowl left arm.
Wicket keeper by trade, but
I've seen you bowl left arm orthodox.
a little bit. I mean, that's quite flattering to call it that, Nitesh. But I grew up bowling a little bit of left arm medium
Swing.
pace before realising that I certainly didn't have any genes of height in my
No-
family. So
no.
wicket keeping,
No shades of Trent Bolt.
no. So wicket keeping ended up being the better pursuit for me. Bit fuller, but down the leg side.
Struggling for radar a little bit here. We hope Farhan's gonna emulate some of the modern day left arm quicks like Trent Bolt, Sheldon Cottrell. Anything about the left arm?
Mitch Johnson.
Mitchell Stark. Yeah. Mitchell McClenaghan. 3 Mitchells, all left arm pacers. Much better ball that. Still not getting much swing. They're playing with the Kookaburra, right?
Yep, playing with a Kookaburra Platinum.
156 gram Platinum 4-piece. They don't swing that much, the Platinum. You get a bit of shape for the first few overs.
Yeah, I mean, it's you can't really judge the swing until we get that ball pitched up a bit more.
We've seen Mohsin Khan swing it. We've seen Dhananjay get some shape with it. Both left armers as well. Hong Kong based left armers. Ashley Caddy doesn't get much swing. He's a bit more of a hit the deck kind of bowler.
I don't know that Ashley will like you saying that. A
Shot.
little bit there, but wide outside off and punched through the offside. Tried to scoop it back in, and
Good effort.
good bit of support there, and they have managed to rein that in. It's just 2 runs. Lovely shot, lovely bit of fielding. Good cricket all round.
Tall kid. Let's see if we can get his shirt number. Is that Taran? Is he in the squad? No. Might be Parth himself. Ali Osman. Ali Osman, I think. Doing the work there. Played. And 1 and come back for the second. It's gonna be tight. The bear up here.
Oh, Jesus, close. Take that upstairs, Troy.
I think it was probably home as well. I got the replay now. It's at full speed, the replay. So let's see if we can make it out from that. Ooh, yeah, I think he might have just made his ground wide under some booking. Any case, too close to call. And Shiroy taking his thumbs up. Oh, umpire.
That ball pitched up, young man.
Score 11.56. Umpire. I'm checking.
It's gone to the woman.
23 for no loss in 3 overs. Yeah, right, 23 for no loss in 3 overs. As lunch orders are getting sorted out for everybody.
Hamad Khan.
Yeah, looks like it's still Hamad Khan. Number 32. So good start with the opening bowlers. Not too bad for Hamad Khan, perhaps a bit too short. But otherwise, honest even you would say in the first 3 overs here. In the opening exchanges. Here comes Hamad Khan in. Short and wide and given wide. I guess the difference here is when the New Territories Tigers started off the power play, they bowled a lot of extras down there. Callum Mortimer had a bit of a difficult start. And they got the Islanders innings underway. But over here we've seen the Islanders a lot more disciplined, generally speaking.
Yeah, definitely a lot more consistent at the moment in terms of giving away those extras, but similar to the Tigers, just a lot of that bowling too short for my liking. I'd like to see them attack those stumps as that's hit over extra cover and
Good shot in my
it'd just be the one run on the slow outfield. Good chase by the Islanders fielders. Yeah, just really want to see these boys attack the stumps a lot more, especially on a turf wicket where it's not easy to get on the front foot, hit through what is quite a slow outfield, and bring in multiple modes of dismissal. Slower ball.
Oh, beautifully bowled.
And there we go, as we say that, looked like it might have been a back of the hand slower ball, or see what the replay shows, but just like we're talking about the test,
Full and straight.
perfect timing is something full and straight at the stumps, and
Did it.
he earns himself a wicket, which makes me look like I know what I'm talking about.
It's very intelligent as well, using a slower ball while the ball's still new in the power play. Not many batsmen expect that.
Great celebration too, excellent stuff.
It's like Danny Mapp, leading run scorer and wicket taker in the under-13s last year. Is that Danny Mapp? Yeah, it is
It
Danny
is.
Mapp. Yeah. Tall kid for his age.
Coming
Didn't bowl
in
today.
from the DB Smashers Club out in Discovery Bay, Disco Bay.
Proper DB boy. Learned all his cricket down there.
Yeah.
So
Very sporty family. His older brother has moved more into playing rugby. I think Danny's moved more into the cricket field.
yeah. And the father's moving to umpiring.
Yeah,
So they're all involved.
absolutely.
That's good to see. So here we go. Danny Mapp didn't bowl today, just a bit surprising, but I think it's because they did plan to bat him up this high, and yeah, he's a big hitter, big tall kid for his age. Needed beginnings from him. Do you think Sobhan's going to come in at 4, the captain? Do you think he's going to bring himself up the order with a big run chase here?
No, I really don't know. I haven't got an inside scoop there for you, Nitesh. I didn't check their whiteboards and the batting orders, so I'm looking forward to the surprise. Or hopefully these two bat like Parth and Alian did, and
Get the game
there's no
going.
need for any other batsman.
We've got Nizakat Khan and Shahid Wasif coaching them, so a lot of batting IQ in that coaching group.
Yeah, we'll see Shahid in action this afternoon as he plays for USRC, taking on Little Saiwan. Big appeal and
Down leg, I think. Oh, bit of confusion. Yes, no, yes, no. Yeah, definitely going
yeah,
down
and
leg.
attacking the stumps. Great to see. Yeah, no, it's going to be a battle of epic proportions this afternoon between USRC, who in the CHK pre-season transfer window, USRC have managed to recruit
At
not
least
one,
4, I think, right?
not 2, but I believe 3 Little Saiwan players.
It might have even been 4.
They had Shahid last year, and then they've recruited 3 others, I think.
Aftab, Kazamfur and Waqas Khan from the national setup, and then Mohammed Aryan, who was in the Sunday League setup.
Oh, there
Jumped ship
you
as
go.
well.
So there's 4 of them.
So it's 4 off the top of my head. There might be another one in there somewhere.
So that'll be a interesting place. And over at KCC, you see Bubba Hyatt is transferred from Pakistan Association to KCC, and he'll be taking on his old club. So
First game up.
a lot to play for today.
I love
Could be a
that.
little bit of spice around.
I've already got 1 code of conduct report in my inbox from yesterday. I don't want any more.
Yeah, it's not a good start to the season, Nitesh. There's a lovely punch off the back foot by Danny into the offside, but not able to break the field and score a run.
That's with 0%.
Wasp score predictor at 0% for the New
Ooh,
Territories
that's harsh.
Tigers.
That's harsh. That's very harsh.
But let's watch the space. Another slow ball.
Lovely. Very good use of the slow ball here from Hamad. Showing a bit of
Seems
depth
to
to his skill. Excellent, 25 for 1 in 4 overs. It's a very good start here from the Islanders after batting well. Another factor here is how the Tigers bat after spending 20 overs out in the field. Again, talking about the fitness and the experience. Can they find that energy to bat deep?
Yeah, it's going to be incredibly tough, but
Who's the forward?
like any youngster, I think you get the chance to bat, you absolutely love the opportunity.
Indeed. If we can get a cameraman to zoom in on the bowler, that would be great. Same bowler, no change. So it looks like Farhan Khan's coming in for his 3rd over. Young left-handed swing bowler. Hopefully this is the over he pitches it up. There you go. Farhan into Malhar. Much better
Puts
ball.
off the back foot, behind square, that should
Lovely
go
shot
for
though.
4 and does. Lovely, lovely bit of batting there.
Malhar showing us some really good technique. I think his brother plays cricket as well. Malhar, his dad plays cricket, so another one coming from a cricketing family. He's already played some senior cricket in the Saturday and Challenge leagues, so he knows what he's doing. He's got a lot of talent, showing it off here today. Very good stuff. Nice little audience building as well on the sidelines from the parents. A good group have come out to have a bit of picnic and watch the game. It's wonderful to see.
Yeah, they're in a good spot in the ground, one of the few areas with a bit of shade. So a lovely spot to watch the morning's cricket before the sun creeps around, and that's a better length. Still think young Farhan could go a little bit fuller.
Get them driving on the front foot. Don't let Malhar play on the back foot. 22 of 13 already. I'll turn into 14 off that dot. It's a very good start. Bit of score check from the New Territory boys. Here comes Farhan again. Again short and pulled it. And I think he's got that through the infield, but might not have enough on it to get to the boundary. Now pulls up short.
Yeah,
So get
lovely shot, and unfortunately that shot falls victim to the slow outfield. And it's only the 2.
Have you ever heard anyone call slow outfield being unplayable?
Unplayable, I'm sure it's been said.
I got a WhatsApp today telling me that. Come then. Oh, he's gone around the wicket here for Farhan Khan. Malhar.
It's fuller,
Beautifully
but it's
given.
wide outside off and
Beautifully played.
slashed in front of point, and
Beautifully played.
well, putting together some absolutely delightful shots here.
Very nice to watch here. I think this is my first time watching Malhar bat properly. So.
This is 2 DB boys batting together, so they'll know each other
Yeah,
very, very
exactly.
well. I expect to see them work together nicely out there.
Yeah. I'm sure they've batted together a lot, and I think they're both proper products of DB Smashers as well. Have come through their under 11, under 13, and so on and so forth. DB Smashers is an independent club. Not one of the big boys. Don't have a big clubhouse, but they have a little ground down in DB where they train. Very, very good club. Do very, very good work with their limited resources. Play in the premier division of the age group competitions alongside the big boys and often beat them, and have won a couple of trophies and medals as well along the way. Some top performers too. Good end of the over. Farhan ending with a couple of fuller balls there, and it's 35 for 1 and 5. Yeah, Islanders slightly ahead. Wasp has the Tigers at 1% chance, so it's cropped up a little bit. Those of you watching, hope you're enjoying this game. If you like our coverage of this game, stay tuned. We have another game today afternoon. We might have 2. We're going to attempt to broadcast the game out from KCC as well. A little bit of an experimental setup down there, so we'll see if that can get working. But we're definitely bringing you the USRC little Taiwan match, which should be a lot of fun. Change in bowling by the looks of it. Yep, number 6 from the Islanders. I think it's Karthik Venkatesh, if I'm not mistaken. Isn't he another left-hand bowler, Karthik Venkatesh?
No, right arm.
Right arm. Karthik Venkatesh, wearing the number 6 jersey today. Very young kid, right? About 14 or so. A very talented player as well. Good shot. Mohammad Salah taking his seat after fielding that ball. Karthik getting warmed up. Stanny Map off the mark with that single, taking him 5 balls. But he's got his innings underway. The quiet run rate creeping up to 10.5. Here comes Karthik now to Pendese, who's batted well. No run.
Yeah, and talking about our streaming, Nitesh, those viewing will see the NV Play logo on the top right hand corner. They're our technology partner. They provide the software that we use to put together this broadcast and put together all the highlights packages, but it's also the software we use for all our Hong Kong representative squads, as that's worked out into the leg side just for the one, and we use that for all our match analysis, preparation for our international series, looking at the opposition as well as our own games. Great piece of software that we're very grateful for their support. It's a software used all around the world. I believe England Cricket Board use it for all their match. Whoopsie daisy! That's flowing out the hand, and the umpire's generous enough just to say dead ball.
Smart move to get that dead ball.
New Zealand Cricket as well use MV Play, so we're fortunate enough to have the gold standard of software for our match analysis and broadcast here in Hong Kong.
Satya tried to dry up the ball, but that was handled a little bit. Karthik Venkatesh also at DB Smashers now, if I understand correctly.
I believe so, yeah.
Yeah. So it's a bit of a inter-club battle going on here. DB Smashers on display.
There we go, through the square leg fielder, and it's going to drop over the rope. No, it's going to pull in just short. That'll just be the 2 runs to young Danny Matt. New Territories Tigers moving along to 37 for 1, 39 for 1. After 5.4 overs, going along at 6.9 and over, which is a good healthy rate. Great catch at short cover as Danny off the back foot, unable to get it over him, and that will see the Tigers' 2nd wicket fall. Danny Mapp leaves the field 3
I don't
off
think
6.
I switched the camera in time there. Catch that, it just flew off the bat. But yeah, good catch. That's a huge wicket. 2nd wicket in the power play. 2nd wicket in the power play.
So you know.
And Tigers now in a bit of trouble. We need a partnership to build here.
Number 30 and 32 going off.
Tuck that shirt in, young man.
Repeat it. Just ask him to repeat it. Say again.
Number 30 going off and number 20 coming on.
You hear that little interference in the background? That's just the walkie-talkies going between the umpires and the scorers. Just communicating and making sure that we're all on the same page.
Thank you. Captain. Yeah, Bagua. And the new guy is
Just quickly check the new batsman who's walked in.
Nambia.
Nambia, Nivedit Nambia. Good batsman, good top order player. Now from USRC, if I remember correctly. He's got a job to do. He bowled some useful overs of off spin in the first innings, but now he's got a job to do with the bat. Big job to do with the bat. Final ball, the power play coming up.
It's going to be mighty hot out there.
Nice weather, I
Sun
think.
comes out, there's a nice bit of breeze, but it's just clocked over 30 degrees.
Sunny blue skies, bit of cloud cover, bit of breeze. Yeah, a bit hot, but pleasant overall. Yeah, not.
Maybe we're fortunate enough to be in the shade here. I think out there at a feels like temperature of 38, it would be pretty toasty. Just grateful for that little bit of breeze.
Play back to the bowler for no run.
So a solid run rate of 6.5 and over. But can we turn the volume down? A reasonably healthy run rate of 6.5, but in the context of this game, certainly not enough.
It's number 1, Shell.
For one, so we've got a bowling change by the looks of things.
Yeah, Oliver Shell.
Yeah, Oliver Shale coming in from Kowloon Cricket Club.
Accurate
Good
bowler.
young bowler, accurate,
Yeah.
wicket to wicket bowler.
That's what I remember of him. Accurate. Very rarely bowls a wide or no ball. Now that we've said that, he's probably jinxed him, but that's my recollection of him as well. Not particularly quick, but just very, very accurate. Lovely. Great length to start with.
I think the keeper might need to think about getting up to those stumps.
Yeah.
Put that helmet on, get up to the stumps, and there we go. Must have heard me.
Nice. He's getting the helmet as well. Sardar from USRC.
Blowing that direct.
So Naved Nambiar on the non-striker, also from USRC, keeper from USRC. Catches the call, it's gone through covers.
Push through the offside, and again it's going to be pulled in inside the boundary, and they're going to come back for 2.
Yeah, good running. Malhar looking good here.
Yeah, Malhar doing the bulk of the work for the Tigers. Fantastic job, 31 off 22. Really dominating through the offside there. Loves his shots through the offside, through the covers. Behind point.
Oh!
A nice little bit of a way swing there too from young
Yeah,
Oliver
bit of
Shale. I'm sure he'll be heading back to Kowloon Cricket Club after this match to watch his senior Premier League side take on Pakistan Association.
Expect a good crowd down there at KCC. Be really looking forward to this game. New kit sponsor, if I understand correctly, as well.
Struck down the ground, but not much on it.
Ooh. Good glove work to get the stumps down, but foot well in the crease and it's just a wide. Yeah, I've talked him up as an accurate bowler. Shouldn't have done that.
Well, you can apologise to him after the game, Natesh.
That's a good thing about this All-Star series. It puts the kids under a bit more pressure than they would have in the regular league matches. All the parents watching, family watching, they've got the live stream. They understand there's spots at the Hong Kong age group teams at stake. So puts them under a bit of pressure there to test and see how the skills hold up, how the fitness holds up. It's good to see. Catch it.
Oh, fingertip stuff, and that'll go down as a drop. It'll just be the 1 run too.
Drop catch there. Well, how gets a life? Can he build on it? We need a big innings from him. In the way that Nambiar on strike now. Oh, another wide, and they're going to run through for a single as well. Goes bursting through the keeper's hands. Easy run.
Time.
There we go, that's the catch taken there.
That brings the end of what was a strong start to his innings, 32 off 25, and a good catch by Preet, well positioned, and
Got that.
it's another wicket to fall.
3 wickets down in the first 7, and must say it's looking hard for the Tigers to fight their way back here now. Shoulders starting to droop a little bit as well as the new batsman walks in.
No, number one.
Dugout's going a bit quiet. The Islanders all over this now.
Who did you say was the
You catch the ball.
What do you call it? Creek.
Finger, no?
number 2?
Oh, okay.
Thank you.
Yep, Manrukia Preet.
Oh, fine.
Under 11 cricketer still. I think he's just aged out of under 11 cricket. He's 12 now. Tiny kid. A lot of talent, a lot of good attitude, a lot of fearlessness. Taking a good catch there.
Almost happened.
Smallest kid in the ground, it looks well of it.
That's him.
Yeah, he's a confident young lad and had a great season, particularly in the under 11s last year, but with the under 13s as well. And yeah, be really good to. Looking forward to watching him develop and be challenged in this environment as one of the younger players. But certainly hasn't backed down from the challenge at all.
No, it's not.
As we see a bowling change with a Roosh card coming on.
Another leg spinner, if I'm not mistaken.
Change of bowler, a Roosh card.
Another good young leg spinner coming through the ranks. Nice to have some leg spinners, some left arm fast bowls coming through the ranks, add some variety to the bowling attacks. British guards down at KCC obviously be working a lot with Waqas Barkat on his leg breaks. HKCC have Luke Jones, the leg spinner. USRC now have Gazamfar Muhammad, who was formerly at Little Saiwan.
They didn't cross.
A lot of experienced leg spinners to share the wisdom to the youngsters coming through.
Batsman didn't cross.
Seems like the batsman didn't cross here. The umpires are confirming here. The batsman didn't cross, so who should be on strike? Good little catch there by the scorers and umpires.
It's over.
Or they did cross, and therefore
No, because it's over. What do you mean? It's a new bowler? Yes.
better figuring out who should be on the middle on the strike here right now.
Stop.
Trying to sort it out. I think they've got it all sorted out here. Irish guard running into bowls.
Oh.
Nice length first ball, dab down to point for a single. So not too much pressure on Arush coming in. His side's already taking 3 wickets in the first 7, asking rates at 11. Nice platform for him to
46.
find his rhythm and get into his bowling. Naved Nambiar off the mark with that single. So Kazim Iqbal into his first ball. Swing and a miss. Kazim Iqbal is not going to wait around here. From Lil Saiwan, if I'm not mistaken, Kazim.
I believe so.
Is he one of the 3 Iqbal brothers?
Yes, I believe he is.
All 3 of whom won awards at our last award ceremony.
Yeah, it's a family affair at the award ceremony.
Iqbal family. Talented cricketers, all 3 of them. Kazim, I believe, is the oldest, if I'm not mistaken. Might be wrong there. Not sure who's the oldest.
Really good. I'm really liking this from
Nice,
Arush,
Arush.
like we'd spoken about early, trying
Very
to get
nice.
and full. If he can just get a couple of balls a little bit straighter, attack those stumps, then
Yeah.
him and his team could be in business and lining up their 4th wicket.
Irish, another one of those who got experience playing some senior cricket. So he's
Yeah, coming out of KCC, he's played a lot
Yeah.
of cricket.
played a little bit in the summer T10 Cup we held as well. So he's got a bit of experience bowling to bigger hitters, older boys. Looking to find his rhythm here. Lovely ball.
Big
the
swing, and
chance.
it's going to fall into a vacant extra cover area.
No man's land.
And we've got Horace and Vance here working today on the production. Both Pioneers players wishing they could be at their Pioneers game, which is going on at the moment. And after restricting the Bohra Blasters to 151 for 8, Pioneers have had the worst possible start and a 10 for 3.
Ooh.
So they've got a bit of work to do.
Missing star middle order batsman Horace, who's out here helping us run this production. He'll be disappointed.
I think Horace has just walked away in disgust and disappointment.
Good ball there.
Lovely
Well
ball by Arush. Very
Really good
impressive
first over.
over that.
Very good.
I think he's could be lining up to have an economical spell and potentially some wickets on the cards if he continues like that. New Territories Tigers scorecard. You can only see Malha was the only one to really challenge the scorers and had a fantastic innings, 32 off 29. But the rest of his teammates haven't been able to kick on.
Yeah.
Still going along at run rate of 5.9, so typically wouldn't be a terrible run rate, but in the context of this game, it's a long way off when they're chasing 189 to win, courtesy of two phenomenal batting displays from Path Bhagwat and Alian Muhammad. So let's see what these Tigers lads can do and see what the Islanders can do to try and wrap things up and take some wickets.
Yep.
Lovely stroke through
Nicely
cover, and they're going to have to run it because this slow outfield is not going to give them value for what is a lovely cover drive.
How do you think the pitch has played so far? It's the first weekend of games at Kwong Road for the new season.
Yeah, I was out here on Thursday. There was a warm-up match, just played internally with the Hong Kong men's squad. A few other players involved in that. So that's skied in the air, and it's well over the field, but it's just plugged. That'll be the 2 runs. Team batting first scored a healthy 160 odd. So it played pretty well, a little bit slow, and I'd imagine as we get into this afternoon's match it'll be beginning to slow up a little bit more. Expect to see quite a lot of cutters and slower balls on the surface, which looks like it's drying up pretty quickly.
50 up for the Tigers with that 2.
Shot.
Oh,
It's a good effort for a low catch, but not taken. So the first match of the this Under-16 All-Stars series, played in June between the Lions and the Tigers, was won in a very, very close game by the Kowloon Lions, the Under-16 Kowloon Lions. So
like 1 wicket in the final ball.
if the Islanders are able to win this match, they will chalk up their first win, and the New Territories Tigers will be looking to register a win against the Lions, which will then take things down to net run rate to decide on who will be in the final. And I think that could be decided by the outcome. The net run rate and the finalists could really be decided by who wins between the Tigers and the Lions. The Lions don't have a big net run rate.
No. Narrow. It was like a last wicket, last ball win.
That was a last couple of balls victory at PKVR Park.
That's a catch up through the hands. Number 8. Number 6 might be Karthik Venkatesh.
It was Karthik, I think you're right.
Karthik, yeah. Trying to jump well and stick.
Last one, yeah.
52 for 3 in 9 overs. Just starting to peter off this match. Not much happening here. Arush Gargan for a second over.
Wasp still at 0.
Yeah, Wasp went up to 1% briefly for a while Malhar was hitting boundaries. It's dropped back down to 0. In comparison, the Islanders at this stage, 9 overs in, were 93 for no loss. So big discrepancy. You can see there. Strong opening partnership from the Islanders. Tigers haven't quite had the same. Now the dot ball, Arush bowling nice and full, finding his length, finding his rhythm.
52 for 3.
Again, nice and full, well driven, but straight to mid-off, and yet again no run.
There could be an opportunity here with both mid-on and mid-off up in the field to try and hit it over them.
That's not what you want to do. Trying to swing across the line into mid-wicket.
So when Arush tosses that ball up nice and high, that's an opportunity for the batsman to try and come down the wicket and hit that through the field or over the top of these mid-on, mid-off fielders.
Yep. Bit of a break to set the stumps back up, and we're ready to go again. 3 balls left in this over. It's 11:25. Next game scheduled for 2 o'clock. That's over the top, as Farms is mentioning.
Lovely
Clears the front
shot.
leg.
Must have heard me. That was a great
Yeah.
shot and earned 4 runs for it. As a bowler, you wouldn't be worried about that. I think that's great to see. You'd be feeling confident about that and backing
Yeah.
yourself to spin one past the outside edge. But
Yep.
good shot nonetheless.
And a
it's
long on has been pushed back to the fence. In
a
response.
field change. Long on's looking very straight, right where that ball was hit.
Oh, it's gone wide. So I see that boundary's put the bowler under a bit of pressure. It's caused a field change. It's caused a wide.
It's disappointing. They've missed out on an extra run there. Really like to see these Tigers
Push harder. for
batters
them.
push harder. You've got to run that first one hard and give yourself an opportunity to get that second run, of which probably could have been scored there.
That's what Alian and Parth did very well. Ran a lot of quick ones. Timed well.
Lovely cut shot out. So the cover sweeper for 1 run.
Kazim's moved on to 10, showing some initiative. Navid on 2. Another big move and feel for stumping, but he's in.
Yeah, pretty agricultural swing there. See the batsman think about trying to just get a bit closer to the pitch of the ball.
You can see the run rate there. Tigers a bit behind. Just a bit. Halfway stage. Another 130 needed of the final 10. Big effort needed from these two. If they're trying to make it close. They'll want to make it close. Even if they lose, they need to just get as many as they can for that run rate. Because you can mention that could be vital in determining the finalist. Islanders, a big win, would almost certainly secure their spot. They would hope. Ollie Shell to continue. Bit of shape, I can keep him fumbled it wide, but no extra run because third man's in very short.
And same for Oliver. Same message that I've said all day is I want him to attack the stumps too, with a few wide outside off and see if he can get himself in the wickets.
There you go, running in again. Nice simple economical action.
Much better.
There we go. So what do you look for when you're looking for young bowlers to pick in this All-Star series? Are you looking more for pace or movement or something unique in their action or just discipline?
Oh, there's a bit of a variety of things. I think when you're looking to select at youth cricket, you're not just selecting about that's slapped through the offside. You're not just looking at the here and now. You're trying to look with a little bit of an eye to the future with players. If they have some raw pace but might not be able to control it, then that's really exciting to me, and that's a great opportunity to try and educate those players, support them, because it's not easy as a fast bowler. And as you look around the world, there's not too many bowlers that bowl with a lot of pace and a lot of bounce. So certainly when we see players with those sorts of attributes, that's very exciting. I talk a lot about having a repeatable action, meaning that you can as there's an element of consistency, like you say, in terms of being able to repeat that action over and over again, which will help a bowler have consistency. So there's a wide variety of factors in trying to balance what we have coming through. Some guys that are swing bowlers, some guys that are more pace bowlers, some guys like an Oliver Shale that's a bit more of a line and length and wicket to wicket bowler.
I think he got the edge on the previous balls. The keeper might have put it down. Yeah, someone like Ollie Shell, repeatable action as well. Nice smooth action. You can imagine him growing up and adding a bit more pace to that action, a few more tricks up the stool bag. Could be a very, very effective bowler. Then you have kids like Farhan Khan who bring a left arm angle.
Yeah, and left armers, particularly in Hong Kong, are incredibly hard to come by. and as you see around the world with international cricket, left armers are pretty sought after throughout world cricket.
There's a disproportionate amount of professional cricketers who bat and bowl left-handed than there are left-handers in the general population, because that angle adds so much to a team.
Struck down the ground over the head of mid-on, and that one is going to go all the way for 4.
Second boundary of the over. Good over this for the Tigers. You need one like that. 2 big shots, and I think that's 9
excellent at 10. Run rate over 6.3. Unfortunately for the Tigers, the required rate up to 13s if they're to chase down the total. Beautiful. And Arush coming on again. Really enjoying watching Arush's bowling today. Leg spin coming in, attacking the stumps. Oh!
Where's the no slip? Why don't you have a slip, Captain? As a spin bowler, first thing I always ask for is a slip.
Yeah, certainly they're ahead of the game here. They could be having slips and attacking a bit more.
Straight to hand if you had a slip fielder. Well bowled. Man the deep. It's going to fall short. Church bells ringing again, 11:30. Lunch is set to arrive by 12, if I understand correctly.
Yeah, I'm excited for lunch, Nitesh. I don't know what I'm getting, but I'm looking forward to it.
That looks good. That's a good
There
shout.
we go.
Yeah, look pretty straightforward there. Don't think much debate on that one. Across the stumps, it flushing from the middle, very full. Slow-mo replay just to confirm that for you. Easy as you like. Big wicket that.
Pretty easy decision for the umpire there. You see another wicket falling to straight bowling, Nitesh.
Full and straight. That's all you gotta do, full and straight. Carlton was playing a good little innings. He's out now. And the skipper making his appearance. Now he's a big hitter, Soban. I've seen him play some destructive innings down at KG5 just across the road from here.
Is this the right guy?
I think it's Soban, yeah. Looks like Soban.
Yeah, he's a very good striker of the ball. It'll be really interesting to see his approach as he comes out here, whether he's going to look to attack from ball 1 or is he going to give himself a little bit of time
If
and
not ball 1, then ball 5.
try and get himself in, get a feel for the pitch and then build his innings from
He
there.
doesn't have much time, so he's got to go hard ASAP. Horace, I think he's a bit depressed looking at the Pioneer scorecard. Oh.
23 for 3? It
Well, that's an improvement on 10 for 3. It was 10 for 3.
was 10 for 3?
Depends if you read the scorecard the Australian way.
30 for 3. Starting to recover the Pioneers. Yeah, they're in this.
Target run rate and 9 and a bit.
Arush has got his first wicket. Soban Mohammad's in marking his card. Church bells in the background. Lunch on its way. And a big game coming up in the afternoon. Premier League kicking off. Premier League T20. USRC Lil Sawan grudge match. USRC have not yet won a game at Premier League level. They've now got 4 USRC boys, 4 Lil Sawan boys in their rank. Is that the secret? Is that going to be their first win in the Premier League? Something to look forward to. Full toss, hit hard.
Oh dear.
Bit of footwork there.
Oh dear. That was a
Use your hands.
interesting fielding technique attempted to employ. It was almost like a little
Football technique.
football.
Number 33. Ibrahim Kashif. His father won't be happy with that
Gotta get
watching
the
back.
body behind that ball.
I can tell you his dad's not going to be happy with that when he sees the replay. A USRC boy, he'll be staying back, I guess, to watch the afternoon game.
Yeah, I'm hoping a lot of these USRC and Little Saiwan boys stick around and watch the big head-to-head in the opening weekend of League cricket in Hong Kong and the opening games of the Hong Kong Men's Premier League.
the Gencor Premier League T20.
Yeah,
with
sponsored
new-
by Gencor.
new
Very
title
grateful
sponsor.
for their support throughout Cricket Hong Kong, sponsoring the Hong Kong women's team, as well as supporting various initiatives in Hong Kong, and now coming on board as the Premier League title sponsor. As
Some very good balls
Rush
there.
again comes in. He's doing a fantastic job with his bowling.
That's the end of his spell. 3 overs, 1 for 14. Ended it very strong after that boundary.
Yeah, superb effort. His team will be very grateful for his efforts.
Into the final 8 overs. It'll be interesting to see who bowls. They've already bowled out Arush, they've bowled out Oli Shale, they've bowled out Farhan Khan. Karthik Venkatesh just the 1 over, Hamad Khan just the 2, so they've got a few more options. Definitely going to be a change of bowling at this time now. Neil Amit Patwa, we talked about him earlier, good top order batsman. Can bowl a bit of off spin by the looks of it. Neil Amit Patwa from Little Saiwan. 74 for 4 and 12 overs. Good platform to come into bowl. You're defending 115 in the back 8 against 2 batsmen who've just faced a combined 14 balls so far. Although Soban's already caught a boundary. There we go. Down the leg side first ball. Given wide. There you go. Neil to start over again. Outside wide first ball. Up and up, down leg again, and the keeper has just not even put his hands in the way of that one. So it's going to be a wide and a run. Keeper looking at that ball going right. I'm not going to stop that. Don't bowl it there. Bit of bounce and spin though. So getting some purchase. Neil just got to land in the right place. There we go. Much better, but very
Lovely
good
shot through the covers, full and wide, and it's a glorious, glorious shot.
Skipper there, Sabah Muhammad's already off the mark with 2 boundaries, wasting no time here.
Certainly gets the 4 he deserves there. Neil's going to have to try and adjust his line a little bit there. I like the full pitch delivery, but just try and get that a little straighter, young man.
Bit straighter, yeah. Trying to spin it through the gap between bat and pad, but perhaps that's just a bit too wide. Here we go, Neil again. Much better. What a good ball that was.
Well, if that's a sign of things to come for this afternoon, Ehsan Khan and the spin bowlers are going to be pretty excited.
Qasam for Hussain, like Qasam for Muhammad. Is Aftab Hussain in Hong Kong? Will he be playing?
No, Aftab
He's
is
not
not
here
around.
yet. So he won't be in action today. Oh, it's a high full toss and that's going all the way onto the
Yeah,
nets.
that's a massive 6.
Hits a hard ball, Saban.
Especially at this age group, and it's been no balled as well, so he's going to have a free hit to try and fill his boots again.
So I've seen Soban bat down at KG5, which is just across the road from here. Terrifying batsman, it's a small ground against other little under 13 boys. Really big hitter.
Yeah, just signal.
14 off 6 already, and he's got a field. I mean, Neil Ahmed Patwa, not a regular bowler, more of a top order batsman. Can bowl, does bowl regularly at club level. Given a chance here today. Needs to get his length quickly. 12.2 overs, only 14 runs of 2 illegal balls. Oh, there's a warning for dangerous bowling. That's the first of the day.
Tough school. For ball.
It's a free hit.
And that young man, Neil Patwa, that's where we want to see you bowling every ball. Lovely amount of turn there.
Beat him with the
And
length as well.
these spin bowlers coming in later today, expect to see spin play a huge part in the 2020 this afternoon between USRC and Little Saiwan.
Mission Road traditionally a wicket that does favour spin. So, especially coming right out of the summer, right into the summer. Should be some good spin bowling on display today. I think YC Sean Silver play for USRC, another good left arm spinner. Here he goes. Again, lovely length there. That's where he's got to be. No run for that. Expensive start, but tidying up well here.
Yep.
Can he end this with a wicket? Neil bowling from the bed.
Well bowled.
Another one.
Very good, young man. Scurrying through.
Well in.
And again, like we spoke about with the New Territories Tigers, if you're in the ring, you need to be a bit closer, and
A bit more aggressive.
teams should be able to score a single when it's hit straight to you like that.
Locked away into the leg. Field down that tidies up. That's another run. Ends the over. 16 off it. Good over again for the Tigers, but a bit too little, too late. The run rate is now tipped over to 7, 91 for 4 and 13, but need to score at 14 for the last 7 to win this. So at the moment they're just going to try to get in as close as they can possibly can. 91 for 4 and 13 overs.
Okay, thank you.
And going to change of bowling here at the Argyle Street end, of course, because Aruj Garg has bowled out. This looks a big lag. Shaurya Mutha, another leg spinner.
Yeah, lots of
Army of leg
leggies.
spinner here. Shaurya Mutha.
There's
Right.
lots of leggies coming through. Nitesh, and there's not too many off spinners actually.
That's a shame. It's a
Very
dying
interesting.
art. Finger spin. It's beautiful art in its own right.
Spin plays such a big role, and such a successful role in cricket the world over, but especially club cricket in Hong Kong and associate cricket. It's an incredibly valuable tool to teams.
Change of bowling, Shaurya, number 28.
So Shaurya, little Saiwan boy. Bit of a mixed bag bowler. I know he bowls leg breaks, but he'll often drop the quicker one or the bouncer, seam up ball. Has a lot of tricks up his sleeve.
Yeah, strong young lad. Plays tennis for USRC.
Oh really? But cricket for little Saiwan.
Cricket for Little Saiwan. So,
Who's he rooting for today?
wow, that's an interesting question. You would think his loyalties, with a cricket perspective, would lie
Should be
with
Little Saiwan.
Little Saiwan, but
Catch it!
Oh,
Oh,
dear.
nearly a wicket first
Down.
ball.
what should be an easy chance, and
Took him by surprise. I don't think he was expecting that. Maybe came a bit slower than he wanted. He dived at it, lunging at the ball.
he'll be
Catch.
disappointed when he looks back at the replay of that as he slaps his leg in disgust.
That would have gone up on his Instagram if he took it.
That's a better delivery, punched out into the offside, and just be the one run.
Big personality, Shaurya as well. Loud voice in the field normally. Likes to chat with umpires at his age already. There we go, the bouncer.
Yeah, he's
a
good. He's
mix-up.
got a very positive approach to the way that he does things.
Oh, there's an appeal here. I think
Saw him earlier, just looking after one of the players after they'd made a little blunder in the field, and he was one to go up and give him a pat on the back and just say, "Don't worry about it. Focus on the next one." So a great attitude to the way that he goes about doing things.
so Bal Muhammad now. 16 of 10 already. How's he gonna go with this one? Goes straight down the
He's
ground.
not
Yeah.
got any of that.
Good catch.
That's a
number
great
6.
catch.
Is that Karthik Venkatesh, number 6, making up for his drop catch earlier? Very good catch
I
that.
could be very disappointed to miss out on that. That could have been going over our heads here, Nitesh,
Yeah.
into the apartment block, but not to be. Didn't get the contact he would have liked, and
Yeah.
ended up just being caught out. So
Try to hit it too hard down the leg side instead of just following through straight down the ground.
yeah,
Lost his shape a little bit there. And skews up. So the captain's gone. And with that, you think the last throw for Tigers. 93 for 5 and 13.4. Half the sides out into the lower order now. Shaurya Mutha with the full toss to get the wicket.
yeah. It's still really good to see the Tigers going along at 6.8 and over. That's still a healthy run rate, and shows that there's some batting skill in there. It's certainly not an easy total to try and chase down, but if they're able to finish their innings with having had a run rate throughout of 6.8, then I think that's there's a lot of positives that can be taken from that, especially as they go into their final round robin game against the Lions, and an opportunity to put all the teams, assuming this goes the way that we think, put all the teams on one win each, and a net run rate equation to decide the two teams to go into the final.
Agam Joshi now.
And certainly every run that they score is going to help their net run rate.
Yes, that's what they're going to be thinking of. They can't give up. They got to just try to maximize as much as they can.
And again, that's just that course awareness that you need to have when you're playing any form of tournament type cricket, where net run rate can play a factor.
So Agam Doshi is a new player. Correct me if I'm wrong. Younger brother of Ansh Doshi.
Yeah, who we'll almost certainly see featuring in the Little Saiwan Premier League team this afternoon, I believe.
Possibly, he'll be competing for the wicketkeeper spot.
That's a lovely strike down the ground.
And really good fielding effort there. It's in the ropes. I can't remember.
Oh, that's 4. He's just put his foot on the ground as he's picked up the ball. Yeah, you touched your foot on the rope.
Oh.
Save.
You've got the replay on your screen now, folks. Let's see if Farms has called this correctly.
Pretty sure his toe touched the rope as Carter comes in here.
Just a little bit. We got camera evidence of that as well there. So it's just trickle over for 4. Unlucky there.
Certainly a shot that deserved 4, but the fielding effort of the long off running round was absolutely superb.
Good effort there. So Agam Doshi, also a wicketkeeper batsman like his older brother, and should be competing for the wicketkeeper spot in the Premier League squad with Ramesh, who was their keeper last season, plays for Sri Lanka club.
Ramesh, who used to play for Sri Lanka
club, right? Plays for Little Saiwan now.
Yeah, Ramesh has scored a lot of runs in Hong Kong League cricket.
Yeah, was one of the lead run scorers.
So it's great to see him into the Premier League fold.
A little bit of appeal for everything there. LBW caught run out.
And the umpire unmoved, so maybe came off a little bit of pad.
Yeah, pad sliding down leg, keeper fumble, backward in the crease. Here we go, Naveed quickly into the second ball. Sorry, Neil quickly into the second ball. Fumble gives him the run. Ibrahim Kashif down there again, it's short fine leg. So yeah, Ansh breaking into the Premier League squad for the first time at only about 17, if not 18 years old.
Yeah, I think he played a game or 2 last year.
The Premier League?
I remember.
Sunday League. I don't think he played the Premier League.
Did he not play Premier League? He might have played a couple of Sunday League games.
Yeah, he broke into the Sunday team last season, and this season is his first go at Premier League level. So exciting to see the Doshi family. Imagine your older brother being a keeper batsman as well. You got to compete with him in a spot.
Yeah, I suppose it makes training at home fun.
2 keepers.
Working on each other's skills.
Who bowls? Yeah.
As Neil's beginning to get into his work.
Yeah, Neil's starting to look a lot better now after that poor start. He's found his rhythm.
Much better delivery, and look at that turn.
A lot of spin there. Ehsan Khan, you're watching this, licking his lips, looking forward to the afternoon game.
Tell you what, spin is going to play a huge place in this Premier League game. If these sides are smart, they'll be watching some of this footage and getting a feel for this wicket.
Big off breaks here from Neil. I'm a bit stuck on the crease there.
Oh my god, fumble.
There you go, last ball.
Fumble, right? And then that they get around. If take it faster, should made it.
Yeah, Lemon Chung correctly pointing out that Neil's been robbed a maiden due to a fumble at short fine leg.
And around the grounds, we've got the Craigengower Cricket Club Sunrisers, new team this year in the Women's League, playing against the Little Saiwan Wasps. And the Sunrisers are batting first and are currently 42 for 1 after 4.2 overs, so off to a lightning start.
Probably worth clarifying the Sunrisers actually Fung Wong's best players combined with some new players as well. So rebranding of the stronger team as they set out a second development team under the Fung Wong banner.
And Paul Toe doing a lot of the damage, currently 20 off 12 deliveries. The wicket to fall was Amanda Chung, out for 8 off 3 deliveries with a 6. So,
we also
great
got
start.
in the Challenge League, I believe Lama CC playing Chingy Smashers, 34 for 4 at the end of the power play. Not looking good for them there, down at GDB. We've got KCC Typhoons playing the Optimist in under 15s, 155 for 5, approaching the end of the 30 overs. That's also on YouTube if you're interested. Down at KCC, right before the Premier League game.
Yeah, lots of cricket going on. Great to have the season started and underway, and the weather to
weather's been good.
Play the game, play its part too. Whew.
Inside edge. Shaurya bowling well here. Getting through his overs nicely. Pioneers have crossed 50. 51 for 3, so rebuilding well in process. Are they on track to pull off an unlikely chase? This is Billy Lee and Michael Leo both batting well, but they have 10 over to win. Lantau ladies 140 for 3 towards the end of their 20 overs. Actually, the game should be done, right? I don't have the full scorecard yet. Oh yeah, they won. They bowled the Charlie Bears out for 20. Yikes. Okay.
And
Harsh
Sunday League, the Infidels having had getting into a really strong position, and now blasted it, and that is going to go sailing over his head, and that is a maximum. Outstanding shot.
Agam Doshi, younger Doshi brother there, showing he's got some batting chops of his own.
Outstanding stroke to the short pitch delivery. Got what it deserved, and
Stuck in the hand.
excellent effort that. Yeah, the Infidels, like I was saying, are now 160 for 8 after 32 overs. They've got a lot of overs left in the tank.
Infidels have just relegated to Division 2 of Sunday League.
Yeah.
SLCC Lions were last place last season, so that could be quite an upset. The team coming down from Div 1, getting toppled by the bottom place of last season.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Demuthu coming in 6 overs, taking 4 wickets.
Good stuff.
That's
Oh,
the
that's
stumping
how we go.
chance. Oh, and he's managed to get his foot back just in time. Good effort by the keeper.
Yeah, good work by the keeper. Well bowled by Shaurya again. Might just be not given a wide, I think, so gets away with that one. It was a little bit wide. Yeah, actually quite wide. The umpire signaled wide for that. I think the stumping attempt has
Yeah, like
distracted the umpires there, and he's gotten away with the wide there, Shaurya. He'll have a bit of cricket from the keeper. Always a good strategy. Go up for an appeal just to make sure the umpires forget about the wide. Again, the quicker ball and chip over the coverage.
Popped over into the pocket, into the extra cover pocket. Great effort in the field, sliding
very good.
save, and what a fantastic job. He saved his side 2 runs there.
The Islanders
Outstanding effort.
have been good in the field, the Islanders. That's Hamad Khan on there. Good stuff.
Yeah, very impressive effort from the young fella.
Also happening today is at Kanpin, the Island Rangers pulled out for 110 and Asians United chasing it down in under 10 overs. Small ground, high scoring game that one. A lot of cricket happening. Substitute fielder as we enter the final 4 overs. 20.5 needed, so I don't think we're going to be seeing an unlikely result right now.
oh yeah, for ball over.
Approaching the end of this game and the lunch break.
Over.
Might be a bit of a delay of the KCC game if the junior game goes the distance, because that's scheduled to end at 2.
Or like
So let's see how that shakes out. Thankfully, the light is good in summer months, and KCC is one of those grounds where they won't kick us off at 5 sharp, unlike the LCST venues where we have to negotiate a bit if you want to stay on a bit longer. So let's see what happens down there. KCC also will be experimenting a new broadcasting setup with IT cameras and such. So let's see if that goes live, how that works out.
Yeah, it's great. It's great initiative. It's fantastic to be able to stream so many games and
Once.
have commentary. I believe the clubs are going to play a big role in the commentary today of the Premier League stuff. I know a few of the guys that have put their hands up for it have been doing a bit of practice and practicing their commentary voice and getting a microphone in front of the mirror. Not that they need the mirror, but
You think they spend as much time in the nets on the cricket skills?
yeah. So watch this space.
So is it number 29 or 28? 29. Muhammad Ali Osman, 29, Lil Saiwan. Not a good fast bowler, Muhammad Ali Osman. We don't see much of him today. Can hit the ball a long way, wasn't really required with the bat. Really good fielder too, but hasn't had the ball follow him much today. And a good bowler. Good repeatable action. We talk about those. He's got that.
He's a good young up and coming bowler and has the ability to really strike the ball. So hopefully we see a little bit of that come from him. And yeah, like I was saying, it's great to be able to broadcast so many games. It creates great opportunity for supporters and friends and family, particularly in this age group stuff, to watch, but also a great resource for the players to go back and review the games and have a look and understand how they've played. look at that, see how their opposition have played, and take some learning out of that.
Good opportunity for players to also clip out highlights, put up on Instagram. That's quite a few
Yeah,
of them to do.
absolutely. You got to look after your social media following and pump your tyres up a bit. If you've got some good footage to do that with.
You just ignore the bad ones. Running down the wicket there, the non-striker. I think the umpire's going to have a word with him. Or maybe not.
But yeah, a big thank you to MV Play who make this possible for us with their software and the ability to bring out highlights, and all these players will then have a login and be able to review their individual footage and highlights, which is
Wonderful.
really an invaluable resource for us. A big thank you to MV Play for their support. And a big thank you as well to the Cricket Hong Kong staff who put in a huge effort. They go away from their day jobs and their desk jobs to become. Nitesh is normally putting together all the fixtures and managing league cricket, and he's here doing the production and commentary. We've got staff on cameraman duties or camera person duties. So incredibly grateful and thankful for the Cricket Hong Kong staff for all the hard work that they put in.
If anyone wants to learn how to be a director or a camera person, please contact us. We are now hiring part-timers.
Absolutely, yeah, that's a great plug, great advertisement. We are looking for people to take on roles and getting on the
Broadcast team.
broadcast team, whether it's on the camera doing the broadcast or the scoring and coding, which allows us to put that scorecard and the highlights and the different packages that we put together.
That's
So
in
let's
the
head down the
air.
ground as a fielder tracks back to try and take that catch.
Oh, he's taken it.
Great catch.
Brilliant.
Very, very good catch from the young man running back. That sees another wicket fall.
Venkatesh again, Karthik Venkatesh. Another very good catch by him. He's taking 2 good ones today after dropping one earlier. More than made up for it in the field today. Very nice
We
catch
see
there.
Callum Mortimer walking out to be the next batter to the crease.
I haven't seen much of Callum's batting. What do you reckon? He's got the ability to hit a few bombs?
Yeah, he's capable with the bat, and great opportunity to come out and leave the game on a positive. His bat looks like a toothpick in his hands. I don't think it's a full-size bat. He is a very tall young lad.
Note
And you
dad
see the
buy a bigger
Manhattan
bat.
just popped up before, just showing that the side not able to match Hong Kong Islanders'
who's in now?
batting display. Callum Mortimer's coming to bat.
but who's the other guy?
No, they cross.
That's still Doshi, the other batsman.
Need to work this out.
I think it's Karthik now coming on to bowl after taking 2 really good catches. He's going to get a chance to bowl second over. 3 overs to go in the innings, so I believe it's going to be Karthik, Osman, and then someone else, maybe Karthik again to finish off the innings. Yeah, the new batsman will be facing Callum Mortimer. Final rights of this match have been a really good performance by the Islanders. Alian stand out, 91 not out, carrying his bat through.
Phenomenal innings, and to carry your bat in these conditions is certainly not an easy task.
Absolutely.
Really, really impressive effort by the young man.
And we didn't even see him bowl. He's a very capable bowler as well.
Yeah, and that's the challenge at this age group, is there's a lot of people that are capable at doing both skills. And try to manage that as a coach and a captain is an incredibly difficult task. And I think certainly from the coach's point of view, we want to make sure that we get to see all the players and their skills, as opposed to
One player do everything.
a couple of players dominating. As much as they're capable of doing it, it's really important that we are seeing all the players have the opportunity to express their skills as much as possible. And that's part of the reasoning behind putting a cap on the overs at 3 and over. Forces a captain to have to use seven bowlers, I think.
Yep, exactly.
And just tactically moves things around. And as we move in, probably up the next layer into, say, a Hong Kong under-16 squad, then that would move into more of a traditional styled game where players are in their best positions possible, whatever that is for the team. More of a dead, of a clear performance focus only on the outcome, whereas here we try and balance the performance and development components.
Alian at school cricket opens the batting, opens the bowling, and once he's down to his over, sticks the wicket-keeping gloves.
There we go, man of many talents. Yeah, so we see the little Taiwan Premier League side here, very nice and early. Still waiting for the USRC Premier League side to show up, but good to see a team here early. Try and learn something off the game here and what the wicket's doing.
Callum Mortimer at the moment is happy to leave the ball outside off stump. Happy to just play a few balls. Play back to the bowler. As we enter the final few overs.
Worked off his legs down to just behind square for 1 run. And Callum opens his account. Yeah, there's some certainly getting hot out there. .32 degrees now, feels like temperature of 41.
Final 2 overs coming up. Then we're going to break for lunch and we'll have the Premier League T20 game kicking off at 1:30 p.m. Hong Kong time. So we should come live the broadcast at around 1:15. We'll probably have some other commentators drop in for a little bit. We'll have hopefully a toss video for you, no guarantees. Let's see if we've got anyone to film the toss. And we'll try to get that 4th camera up and working as well. Here we go. Usman Mohd. Oh, high full toss. This might be called a no ball. Should probably be called a no ball.
Joys of Callum being a tall lad, he's managed to...
Oof. It's like a tall penalty. You don't get the no balls there. Probably just dipping past his waist height at upright stance. There you go. Yes, Usman continuing. Hit in the air, it's gone over the infield. Oh, no, it hasn't gone over the field. Number 17 takes the catch. And that's 7th wicket. Yeah, the catcher there.
Like the intent from Callum there, just didn't get a strong base to hit from. So when he looks back at that, he's able to get a bigger stride and a stronger base to hit from. That'll help him generate a bit more power. But really like the intent. It's 2020 cricket and we've got to try and progress that scoring rate as we see the run rate of the New Territories Tigers just dropped down to just over 6. It'll be really good to see them finish with a run rate above a run a ball if they can at the close of the innings after the next 2 overs.
Yep, Shahabuddin now in. He can bat a bit as well. Bit of a hitter. Let's see if he can get a few shots away. Final 10 balls. Wrap up the game. A very comprehensive all-round performance from the Islanders. Batted very well. Well, 2 of them batted very well, and then the rest have bowled and fielded excellently. Responded well to Barth and Allian's leadership, captain and vice captain. 188 for 1, thanks to them both. Was it like 150 plus run opening partnership?
Yeah, phenomenal effort it was.
Oh, he's just ducked into a straight one there.
Misread that, there's an appeal.
I mean, the appeal looked alright.
Look back at that replay.
It hit him straight on the front of the stumps. The question was it a glove or back first or something? Sounded a bit of glove and bat. Yeah, and it was still a bit high as well when it hit him.
Yeah, it's going down leg, I think, but
welcome to the crease. There we go. Batsman seems fine. Edged it. Third man tidies up. Farhan Khan down yet. With his left-handed throw. Keeper with a little hop. What are the positives the Tigers take out of this game?
I think there's a lot of positives from the batting. They've shown some really good intent. For quite a long period they're going at around 6.8 and over, so it shows that they're capable of scoring at a reasonable rate. A few things to learn from some of these guys coming in terms of their ball striking and how to get the innings going. And I think there's a big opportunity out of the fielding to take out of that and go, look, when we did bowl full and straight, we took wickets or created opportunities. and we're a lot more threatening. So if we're able to do that more consistently, then there's an opportunity for them to get on top. So another positive, once they got the field set right, they managed to control the scoring a lot more, reduce that scoring rate.
Ooh, belted straight to show him a wicket.
But there will be obviously a lot of work-ons to take out of their game today, but that's what experience is about. Sometimes you have off days and you got to bounce back, get round each other, support each other and learn from those experiences.
And now we're ready for the final over.
I think the Islanders as well will be obviously over the moon with their batting display, but I think the fielding display, there's been some good catches, but there's been a number of drops as well.
Keepers dropped one, a couple of them in the outfield.
And I think similar to the Tigers, could be a lot more accuracy with the bowling, looking at hitting those stumps. And again, they've shown that when they do that, they create a lot more opportunities and more consistently successful or economical with the bowling. And I think going into this innings, they would have liked to have restricted more than they have, I think, with the total that they have. Nevertheless, a very, very solid performance. Great to see the leg spin bowlers coming into
3 leg spinners.
the fold, getting a good opportunity to bowl and using this wicket. Same with Neil coming in and bowling as off spinner.
5 leg spinners in this game.
Huge number of leg spinners. I believe the Lions have a couple of leg spinners too.
Oof. Karthik Venkat is shortening his run up for the last 5 balls. There we go, another catch for him, another wicket for him.
And similar to Callum, just a very small base with his feet there. When you're looking to generate power, you need to have a really strong base with your feet. Put your feet nice and wide, and that'll allow you to get a much stronger swing. As we see the next batsman make his way into the crease. 4 balls left in the innings.
Approaching the end of this game, will be followed up by the Gencor Premier League. So who's your pick? USRC Lil Sawan.
There we go, we see USRC Premier League side finally arriving. Bringing in their own water. There's no water available at the ground. COVID restrictions still have the water fountains covered up, unfortunately. So it's a BYO. Oh, so that's nice and straight and almost through the gate. Shot, lovely shot, and that's gone all the way. That is a maximum. Outstanding stroke.
I know Rajay is coming in at number 9, 10, just casually swinging one through.
Yeah, he's capable as well as a batsman, and certainly with a stroke like that, that's excellent effort. And I really like that intent coming in with 4 balls left to go and showing that intent is absolutely brilliant. Here's hoping there's a few more strokes like that.
2 more to go. Hot again. Straight back to the bowler. 1 ball left.
And that's another shot for 4. Lovely way for the Tigers to finish the innings and finish on the positive in what has been an incredibly challenging game for them. Finishing this with a score of 123 for 8. But certainly the day's performance comes down to that opening partnership of the Hong Kong Islanders between Parth Bhagwat, but standout performance of the day without a doubt Aliar Muhammad for his 91 off 70 balls, carrying his bat through the whole innings, Absolutely superb effort by the young man, and his Hong Kong Islanders team, they finish round robin play in the Under-16s All-Stars series having won one and lost one, and they'll be taking a very keen interest in next week's game between the Tigers and the Lions to see if they will be progressing through to the final. For the Tigers, they'll need to regroup quickly as they prepare for their next game against the Lions. If they're able to win that, then all three teams will be on one win each at the conclusion of the round robin, and it will go down to net run rate to see who progresses into the final. Thanks a lot for everybody who's joined us for what has been match 2 of the Under-16 All-Stars series. The Under-16 All-Stars and Development Program, sponsored by Caravel, and we're incredibly grateful for their support, which has made this program possible, and something that will be running every year at both the Under-13 and Under-16 age groups. Also a big thank you to NV Play, who are our technology partner, allowing us to use their software as part of our partnership that we use for all our streaming and production, and is also used as our game analysis tool for all of our representative cricket. So a huge thank you to them. Thank you to the Cricket Hong Kong staff for all their work putting the production together. Thank you to the players, the umpires, and of course the groundsmen. Stay tuned, we'll be back here in just over an hour for the first round of the Hong Kong Men's Premier League, sponsored by Gencor. That match will be USRC versus Little Saiwan Premier League sides. That'll be hosted here at Ting Kwong Road Recreation Ground, also known as Mission Road, and at the same time you can expect to see a stream of the Kowloon Cricket Club Premier League team taking on the Pakistan Association Premier League team. Both games are must-watch games with huge transfers going on in the transfer window. USRC getting no less than 4 of the last year's Little Saiwan players that have transferred across to USRC, and KCC acquiring the services of Bubba Hyatt, having transferred across from Pakistan Association. So could be a couple of grudge matches, a couple of transfers where players will want to be proving their point. So stay tuned as we look to stream both those games live on our YouTube and Facebook devices. Thanks a lot for tuning in, and we'll see you in just over an hour's time.